Hey, and welcome to the show. I am your host, Epic. We have GD Fenderson joining us a little later, but first, we'll dive into why I feel weird when people say they love me. Yeah. Some lesser known facts about America that Ashley is going to dive into, why Tik Toc may be shutting down, and we're going to talk about something a little bit more serious that's going on with the teens right now, and that's the Blue Whale Challenge. If you don't know what that is, stick around, we'll tell you. We have crazy news, and we're introducing a new segment to the show, so keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you really want to find us. Make sure you visit theepicradioshow.com for all the latest news. To my left, my left.
Wait, what?
Whatever
I
that
think
means.
that made less
Blah, blah,
We
blah,
sense.
have co-host Chris Kettler. in the
Morning,
building.
guys.
What's up?
Yay. Just turn over a rock, you'll find us. That's what he's saying. Any rock will do. That's where they found me, under a rock.
I think I did too.
A mossy rock.
It was crazy. It was just like one day I was walking by and I was like, oh man, there's like a guy laying underneath this rock. I'm like, hi.
What are you
What
doing?
are you doing under
What
there?
are you doing under
You
that
know?
rock there, man?
Yeah.
No, it's just
And
there.
then he's like, I'm Chris Kettler. I want to be on the show.
I
I'm
wanna
like,
be-
okay,
He
sweet.
somehow just knew about it.
Please. let me go.
Somehow.
I've been here for 30 years. I owe my life to you.
Like, what?
Yeah.
That's a little much.
That sounds like the deleted segment from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
There was
that's
the fourth
weird.
character was me pinned under a rock. On Dorothy's way to the Yellow
That's
Brick Road to
weird.
the Emerald City.
That's
you
a
know?
bit weird.
That
Yeah.
was a dream, you know. That's what it is. That's the dream
it's a bit
segment.
weird. Yeah, it's super weird.
So
Real weird.
Sunday,
Okay.
good to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody have a good weekend, I hope.
Yeah. We had a good weekend. But first, let's get into the one behind the glass.
There
Oh,
she
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Hey. Yay.
Yeah, now
That's it.
everybody's had their
Now
introduction.
everybody's had an intro.
And
That's enough of that.
Shut the fuck up now. No, I'm just
If we shut the fuck up, then it's just dead air.
I
so we can't
know.
actually-
That's us. That's who's in the studio today. We got the
Yay.
three of us.
Yay.
Yeah, J Val could not be here.
Because
Oh man.
he
Because
has
what?
an appointment with his doctor, and
What, to get something removed out of his ass? Is that what you
probably
said?
he didn't go. He doesn't go into details. You know, he's so private. So.
Well,
He never tells us anything.
You said his private's getting looked at. Is that what you
That
said?
is
His
not what I
privates?
said. I know
Oh,
nothing
jeez.
about that.
I didn't
Yes,
think he
that's
needs
more
a doctor for
information.
that, really.
You would know.
How would I know?
He tells you a bunch of shit. He don't tell me shit.
It's like, dude, man.
dude, man. You just
You're
said,
just-
dude, man.
The left one's just kind of like swollen, and
I don't know.
Oh god, you said, dude, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't even take you seriously. I'm like,
Well, I do have a couple announcements to make.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
Probably
last
is.
week I did mention that we
last week,
the week before, I
before
think.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that we struck a deal with Weather App.
Yeah, the last time.
What the forecast, we're going to have weather on the show. That is still being developed, but I found the person that is going to be our weatherman.
ooh, this is
And-
the big announcement
Yes.
part. Here we go.
Yes, and
Here
then
we
it's
go.
going to be Marcus Rodriguez.
Yay!
Medium Marcus, if you will. Yeah, so I think he's going to be a great addition. He's not only going to do just the weather, but he's going to take over as a co-host.
And
You
he'll
know,
be
for the-
medium.
Yeah, and it'll
Like-
be medium as shit.
He's gonna He's gonna tell us our. So isn't technically like a medium like a psychic type of thing? Is he gonna tell us our futures?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I never asked him if
I
that's what it was
wondered.
in
I was
reference
like, are you gonna
to.
tell us our futures
So you
on
have
the
to-
Yeah.
show?
You have to see his
He'll-
comedy routine
Yeah.
to get the name, is what I will say.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm not gonna
I think I've
be the
seen-
spoiler.
I think we've seen.
Yeah.
I think we've seen him like once, right?
I
I
know
thought
I've
we
seen
had-
him a couple times
Yeah,
because
but, like, Maybe I
Uh,
haven't because I
so-
can't go to all the.
So
all
he's
those
not
things.
he's not average
He's like.
Marcus. He's
he's
not below
medium.
average Marcus. He's just medium.
I was hoping he would
Gotcha.
tell us our futures.
yeah.
I was
Although,
excited.
you know what? I think Marcus Rodriguez is the name he should rock, but I like the idea of being a medium like you suggest.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Well,
That'd be pretty
I like
sweet.
that, and he could tell you your
can tell me my
future in
future, sweet.
Barack Obama's voice.
Sweet.
You know, and
I
that
don't
would be
care.
great
In any voice.
because he's an impressionist.
In
You know.
any voice. Like any of them.
There's some great segment possibilities. I
Oh
think, with
man,
it, you know?
I thought about it. I think we're gonna bring back the pranks
Really?
with him. Yeah, because he could call up in different voices and stuff. You know.
Sure.
Then we can
and-
get sued.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
This is
Hey,
exciting.
It is.
You know, bad publicity is as good as good publicity.
Is it
so-
though?
Sure, it is.
Well,
Sure.
I think what is the term
Sure.
like that's coined like no
Bad publicity is better than none.
something like that. I don't know. Like I think there's no such thing as bad publicity.
I don't
Oh.
know.
think
I
that's
would
the
beg to
phrase.
differ.
Yeah.
Beg to differ. But
Uh-huh.
that's okay. We're not gonna get into that. Just gonna say that like it's still questionable, but
Connor said Jay's getting the fungus looked at.
I'm like, yeah.
Around his butthole.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
Here
you
it
know
goes.
what's really funny? Like I was just not to say I was picturing his butthole,
Oh no.
but like
Were you though?
if it's all swollen, would it look like Kylie's like lips? Yeah.
We should have a
All
puckered
segment.
up.
What's wrong with J Val?
That's gross. That's just gross.
No, actually, I think Jay is gonna have a new segment too called Story Time with Jay. Seriously,
Yeah,
he was
that's a
telling us some
work in
Come
stories
sit on my
the other day.
lap.
No, he was telling us some stories the other day. They were so fucking funny.
They were so ridiculous.
Yeah,
What was
they're
happening
real.
here?
They're real
They're
stories.
real stories.
that
too.
he,
These aren't
you know,
made up
They're real
stories.
J
About-
Val
yeah.
stories.
These are real J stories.
how ridiculous he is. Yes.
I just overheard some, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I wasn't even on the phone, and I heard some of it, and I'm like, what? What? Why is
Yeah.
this? I can't remember any of the details now. Of course, it was like too many days ago.
But they involved like empty Campbell soup cans, I heard, right?
I don't know.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
Where'd you hear that from? Were you under that rock again, listening to random people's conversations? I don't understand.
Boom, boom.
Good callback.
Oh goodness,
Call back.
Very
that's
nice.
funny. That's funny.
Oh,
God.
man. So in our first
And our first little
little
it's gonna be my
thingy-
favorite segment of the day.
It's gonna be a tender moment, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be real
There we go.
sweet.
Can we have like
Kind of.
violins?
So
Mm.
I don't know why this is something that I brought up to Ashley,
He brought it,
but
to
I
me.
get weirded out when dudes tell me they love me.
He does.
I do.
He gets irrationally uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's just
Jay
like a,
tells me all the time. I think Connor does.
Ryan.
Ryan sometimes.
I bet
Yeah.
I've dropped it.
Probably.
Chris has probably made you.
I don't
you
know why. You know, I think that it goes back to my childhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
To like when my mom's
He-
boyfriend used to see any type of weakness and then punch me in the chest and call me a fag.
Yeah.
So
right,
I think it kind of like that masculinity.
Marcus
like,
says, "I love you, bro."
thank you. But I thought it was interesting because I didn't realize how
He
much
never
it,
really
like,
thought about it.
I never really thought about it till recently that it really does like weird me out for some reason.
Hmm.
And it's like I don't know why. And then it's really funny because last night I was at Joe's and I got drunk.
Yeah, he was drinking a little bit.
So I'm a little hungover right now. And
so little.
when I left though, I was like, "Love you, man." So what the fuck is wrong with me, man?
Apparently, you need to.
Apparently, I gotta be intoxicated in my feelings
share
to
your
be
feelings
share
to
my
another
emotion
man.
because I shove them down deep.
You do.
It's like-
It must hurt, like
Like-
how deep that they're shoved down. Like it must just
Oh.
really hurt
Because
inside.
like I am. I'm like
He's all
it takes a lot
me
for me
shit
to
last
be
night.
kind of
I'm just like "Are you
emotional.
okay?"
Like as I'm getting older, I'm trying to get a little bit more in
Yeah,
touch with
he's-
my feelings.
yeah, he's not as
Because the only feeling I used to know
Is
was
anger.
anger.
anger, and I
You know?
expressed that very well.
Yeah.
I
Just-
expressed that very well.
Just be careful, man, because just about the time you let loose and you let them out there,
Yeah.
and you're all tender and on the edges and
That's
everything.
when people stick in the knife.
That's when it's just gonna get plowed and ripped out of you, and thrown on the
Oh,
ground and
God.
stomped on.
Well, you don't expect that from me. I'll love you forever.
So yeah,
So yeah, and
I'm
then-
treating my hangover with a nice monster rehab.
There you
Yes.
go.
She said this is
That's my Serena.
specifically for
Yeah, it is.
hangovers. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh, that's great. Connor said, "I love you, fag." Just kidding.
That's funny.
Like in
I
the
don't. I
whole,
really don't know why it bothers me though, and I
mean,
don't mean to.
toxic masculinity, men treating whether they're like their fathers or not, like
Yeah.
father, your father or not, saying, oh, basically men aren't allowed to have feelings.
Yeah. Another thing that I thought was interesting is like, I think most people when they have kids, they try to do things a little different, you know what I mean, than their last.
Of course.
Then
Yeah,
they're parents.
Because me and my dad, we hardly ever say like I love you,
You guys
or
are
anything.
just like real like pally, like
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
we're just buddies.
yeah. we don't say that shit. My mom and me, yes, a little
your mom
bit
will
more.
tell you she loves you.
Yeah, but usually it's cringeworthy. I don't like even saying it back to her all like that. It makes me feel weird.
And that's his mom.
Yeah, it makes me feel weird. Yeah,
I have no
I don't know
issue
why.
saying it to people because I'm a fucking female.
But I say it to my kids all the time. I try to let them know, you know what I mean, that like, hey, even though it makes me uncomfortable, like I want you to at least hear it from me.
Yeah.
So that you don't feel the same way I do when you get older.
Right. I want you to be normal.
Yeah.
Functionable. Like not like you have to push all your emotions away.
And I have mostly girls, so I don't want them to have daddy issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to hug them stripper shoes right out of them. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's good though, man.
Yeah.
You should be applauded for that. That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about man hugs? How do you feel about the whole man hug
He's
thing?
not good with hugging men.
No, I'm not.
Jay tries to hug him, and he's like, "Okay, get off me."
Okay, yeah, I know.
Okay.
And I feel bad because it's like, damn, like, like I shouldn't be like this, but I can't help it.
Now you're a product of your environment. You're trying to break free, but you can't because it's hard. It's like it's been like it's been instilled in you for so many years. You're just kind of like, no, but I must fight it. But no, back into the darkness.
Marcus said, "Monster, the drink of Satan."
The drink of Satan.
And then he said he just stretched and screamed like Arnold. Then he got a cramp.
Well,
and then
tool for that shit.
And then Connor said, "I'm a giant emotional hurricane. I love you all. Come hug me."
See, I don't have problems hugging people. I'm just like out here like, I love you all. Let me love you. But then no one wants to let me love them. So I'm just like, well, fuck y'all then.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants me to love them. So it's all good. It's like all good. Okay.
What's up, Michael James?
Oh yeah, he's never in here anymore.
So Chris, like, how do you feel about that whole thing? Like, does it bother you? Like when you have sons, right?
Yeah, I got boys. So, yeah.
So, like, do you guys hug it out? Do you guys tell
most
each
definitely.
other?
Most definitely. Yeah. No.
Was that something you did at an early age?
Yep. Yeah. I made it. I mean, I started later in life, so it was. That gives you some advantage. I don't know about advantages.
I mean, maybe.
But some luxuries, I had, it's kind of like if you had planned for kids, but I didn't plan.
Yeah.
You didn't?
There's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah. I don't believe you can ever plan to have kids though,
and not be like
mind
mind ready, Like,
you can never be ready for kids.
Like, oh yeah, here we go.
But
I wasn't.
I think it's very important with your children, especially to physically express that and connect with them.
To tell them.
For them to be reassured and know that they are loved, and
even if they might be slightly uncomfortable because you're embarrassing the shit out of them when they're older. Like okay, that's enough.
Well, I think even more than that, I think as they are growing in the early years. Things are going to happen to them personally, and they're going to think that they aren't worthy of a parent's affection, okay? Because they know that they have done something and that's part of growing.
Yeah.
And so I think as a parent, we have to come up and say, hey, the love's not conditional. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes parents don't make that extra step up. At least in my opinion, that's what I try.
I think some parents, they go straight for the yelling, and they only usually discipline, but they don't show affection.
They don't reassure,
right.
And like
when you're not doing something wrong, like
they don't say, "Hey, you know, I noticed you've been like whatever doing this well. You've been getting along. You've been actually trying to get along with your siblings, or you've been doing really good in school, or you haven't argued with me every time I ask you to do anything ever." I mean, Ryan, he's very emotional. I feel like Ryan's very comfortable with showing his emotions. Regardless if it's, it's a little, sometimes, he's 6. He's a little, sometimes over dramatic, but I let him feel it because I don't want him to be fucked up.
Michael James said, my baseball team got crushed today in a tournament play. I'm horribly pissed. Make me laugh. Marcus said, oh, man, I know that pain. This too shall pass, but it hurts. Should have done this or that. And then Michael James says, I don't love my kids today.
Yeah, I hear you there, man.
He said I should have made them walk home from Youngstown.
Dang.
That's funny.
Shit.
It's like, do better.
That's cold.
But in regards to like the whole the man hugs and saying I love you, bro, and stuff like that, for me it was one of those things that you have to adapt to.
Yeah.
I felt the uncomfortableness at first, but being in an industry where it's dominated by a younger generation, and that's a part of the mechanism of socialization and stuff, which really is difficult because, again, I come from a generation much like what you described, your upbringing. And so, to make that adjustment is not an easy thing, and you have to read into it. Not all people are huggers.
Exactly.
And you don't want to go in with the whole bro hug, and somebody's like, whoa, especially with COVID.
I mean, that could just be, a personal preference, but...
Well, isn't it all personal preference, really?
It is.
All.
But I feel like your discomfort is... It's just a lot.
You think my discomfort is unhealthy?
Yes, I think it's just there's a lot of discomfort.
I don't think it's unhealthy. It's only unhealthy to you because
it is to me because it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's interesting.
What's that?
What?
You said it's unhealthy to you too?
No, it's not unhealthy to me. No, I said it kind of makes me feel bad because I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do to help you get out of that. I can't force you to be more
especially with Ryan.
Yeah.
I do tell him I love him. I hug him. I even kiss him on the forehead or on top of the head or whatever. But and that's something my dad didn't really do so much. You know what I mean?
Right.
The way my dad shows affection,
it's different.
It's a lot different. He buys stuff or he'll give me money. That's how he
stuff like that.
That's how he's always just done. Here's $20, go get something.
Oh, go get something to eat, or
whatever.
Take the kids to lunch, or
yeah,
and that's
that
fine.
Kind of stuff. But my dad's also very reclusive.
He's very reclusive. He's not a people person.
I might be.
It could
saying too much of his personal information when I say this stuff, but he's had a lot of trauma in his life too.
Yeah.
I know when he was younger, 18, 19, one of his friends committed suicide in front of him.
Ooh.
So I think that kind of fucked him up at one point, and then there's other things that happened.
Yeah.
And so I think he's pretty closed off emotionally to a certain degree.
And that sucks. It's just sad,
because he doesn't, other than going to work and back, and going to the store, he does not really go. He'd leave the house. He won't come to my house.
He has.
He has a couple times just to drop stuff off, but he doesn't stay.
You're part of the reason he's uncomfortable. He said, I show emotions to everyone. Some people freak out, LOL.
But, Ryan, what he says to me is a little different.
It's funny.
Because he'll answer the phone. He's like, what's up, Big Daddy?
He'll be like, don't call me
Big Daddy. What the hell?
Don't call me Big Daddy. Don't say that to me. And I just say, ha, 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 ha.
It's Mr. Big Daddy.
Yeah.
It makes you, it's funny. I think it makes you just slightly uncomfortable. Just a little tiny bit. But it's also really funny.
He does it because...
But
he knows it makes me uncomfortable.
It's fun.
It's whatever.
It's a good time, though.
It's fine.
It's a good time. I enjoy it.
I do think it's funny. It doesn't bother me anymore. I'm used to it.
You're
now.
Okay, Ryan.
Whatever.
Yeah. I got it now.
After a while, I was just like, whatever. He's just gonna do it.
He's gonna keep saying it. He hasn't stopped.
I just gotta roll with it.
Yep. You just gotta let it roll off.
And speaking of rolling with it, we do need to take a break. We're going to get GD Fenderson on the line.
This was a lovely segment.
Yes.
Lovely.
and then we'll go on break again after that.
And then we'll go on break after that.
And we'll dig into somebody else's emotions.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's how we
now
do.
That we've purged ourselves.
All about mental health on the Epic Radio Show.
We should be. Positive mental health.
I mean, because we're all mental, so that's what I mean.
No,
okay,
whatever.
So
is that an energy drink? Mental health?
That should be an energy
drink. It should
be.
That would be a great one.
I'm gonna invent that.
You can buy it on the Epic Radio website.
Next month. Yeah,
it's there.
All right. Well, we'll take a break. We'll see you guys in a few. So
that's it.
Right here. Yeah. You're listening to The Epic Radio Show, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play, and take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Hey, Epic fans, this is Jay Val. Home buying is complicated. You need someone who you can trust and has your best interest in mind and not just the size of the commission check. That someone is Jeremy Rodriguez with Russell Real Estate. Jeremy grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and a graduate from James Ford Rhodes High School in 2001. If you are looking to sell your home, searching for your next home, or if you just want to talk about the process, please feel free to contact him. As an agent who himself still resides in Cleveland, he knows the neighborhood, the schools, and the market inside out. Get in touch with Jeremy. He is happy to help you with all your needs, from helping you identify a lender to getting a moving truck and even helping you pack. Call Jeremy Rodriguez now at 216-287-1766 or email him at jeremysellsdreams@gmail.com. Find him on Facebook now. That number again is 216-287-1766.
To the show, everyone. On the line, we have comedian GD Fenderson. Hey, what's going on today?
It's going great, man. It's going great.
Yeah. So, I thought it was very interesting when I heard your story. So you started comedy at 55 years old.
Oh yeah,
that's insane. Like, why would you do such a thing?
The truth of the matter is, at 55, I knew that I didn't have a lot of real working days left in me.
Mm-hmm.
I needed a career, and I was also injured from my other job. So what I wanted to do was limited. And my wife's idea was to enroll me in a comedy boot camp. So
okay, and
she did that, and I thought, you know something? Maybe after I get old, I could actually do this comedy thing, and I could use the few years before I get to retire to hone my craft, so to speak. Although I didn't have a craft just yet, because I'd only been doing comedy for like 10 minutes. But
so
everybody knows it takes 20 minutes to develop a craft.
Right.
That's right. I mean, you didn't know that?
No, because I was new to comedy.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I thought any craft, right? Any craft, it would be at least 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, but the only craft I was familiar with before then was craft beer, which I knew took at least a month. So.
Yeah, because you have to train your taste buds. That's how that works. Yeah.
Yes, and work with ingredients, sample, experiment, stuff like that. So I applied my craft experience to comedy, experiencing with different ingredients, and till I have the brew that I have now, which is intoxicating.
Very good.
I don't know where I got that crap from.
So, it's funny because I talked to you a little bit yesterday, and I learned some things about you that I don't even think were in your bio. So you used to actually do, you were in a band. You were in an alternative band for a little while.
Yes, yeah.
How long did you do that for?
Wow, I don't know. This was back in the 80s.
Oh wow!
And we recorded a CD in the 90s, but technically that was after we broke up and we got back together to record a CD, which we never got to promote because we weren't a band. So. If anybody's interested, I have like 600 copies of a CD in my basement they could have for shipping and handling.
That's funny.
Which is, I think, $200. I'm not sure. I don't know what the current rate for shipping and handling is because I haven't shipped one of these CDs out for a while. So it may not be $200. I'm not sure.
I'd like to hear it. You should send one to us.
I will. When you get a chance, send me your wherever you want it sent to. It doesn't have to be a home in case you're afraid I might stalk you later.
I'm not worried about that. We have a lot of weirdos that hang around. I mean, you've met Chris, right?
Oh well, first of all, Chris is the reason why I perform in Ohio, because I had not performed in Ohio, and we have so much in common. Aside from the fact that we are in our later years as far as comedy goes, we're old guys in comedy, but also both of us after a good show we like to cuddle. So it makes it
so sweet.
Together.
So it makes it. He reaffirms me. He completes me comedically when I'm in Ohio.
Chris, you never told us about this.
Yeah, so I love you, bro. I love you, man.
Call back.
Sweet. Call back.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Actually,
it's even funnier because you told me that you kind of rehearsed for the show a little bit, and you set up a little scene, and you sent me the picture of the scene. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. And is that so? I put it up on the screen, and you've got the little. It's a little dark, but you got the Epic Radio Show. It's like on a Post-it or something like that. And then, yeah. And then what is the table? I don't know what the table is.
Oh, that's actually a Yamaha.
Okay. It's a keyboard with the stand. Okay, yes. I see it.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I had that would hold at that height. Because to be honest, I had two choices. I could actually put it on a regular table, which means I had to readjust the height for my tripod, or I could just find something that I could put to the height of my tripod. Because I do music videos, and I don't like to have to readjust things. I'm kind of anal like that.
Okay.
So like almost all my music videos music parody videos are about the same angle, the same height, because I don't like to look for new shots. It's like, okay, the same shot all the time. The only thing that changes is my clothes.
Yeah.
So, and the song changes.
Yeah. And then. So who's who in the picture? Who? So am I the parrot?
Oh, it's in order. It's in order.
Okay.
Yeah. Left to right. Yes, left to right.
So Ashley's a little red bird.
I'm a little red bird.
Yes, which is a parrot, I think.
Is that a cardinal?
Possibly.
I don't know.
I don't know what.
No, it's not a cardinal. They're all the birds are quote the talking birds.
Yeah.
Like the macaws and parrots and parakeets.
Maybe it's a macaw.
I'm the blue one in the middle. Yeah. I think I look like a Godzilla creature of some sort, actually. There, man. That's what that is.
That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, the choices were: I have a collection of apes, which I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to offend anybody. It's like, he thinks I'm an orangutan, so I got the least offensive of my collection, which are the birds.
Okay.
So GD just gave us all the bird. That's
exactly.
What he did.
That's what he did. I was about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. No, you're good. That's great. Yeah. See, that's what being a good co-host is. You're in tune with the host in such a way that you finish his sentences.
That's a lot. That's really
See, Chris also completes me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But he won't snuggle.
Can I say something a little off script? Can I say
go
something
ahead. No, you're fine.
Well, actually, there is no script. Ashley, happy birthday. Well, belated birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Ashley.
Yep.
I did not know that it was your birthday, so this is a little late, but I wrote you a poem.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay.
And it goes like this. If I knew it was your birthday, I would have gotten you nuggets. But now it's on my calendar, so next year I don't forget.
That's so silly. Oh my god. Thank you. That was great.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever wrote me a poem before. That's so nice.
So I hope that is one of the better birthday poems you've received for your birthday.
That's like the only birthday poem I've ever received.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that what he put in the poem, not many people would know you liked. So I said, well, we had nuggets today.
Nuggets today? I don't know.
Yeah, so that was
That's how it came to be.
There we go. Yep. It works out.
So that was our deep thought process on this.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of
I fed the bitch.
That's like real really
she likes to eat.
And also, I do know about purple and giraffes, but those two are really hard to rhyme.
Yeah,
so.
I get that. Yeah.
Nuggets, you got nuggets.
You got nuggets. I like
that.
Nuggets.
Was kind of hard too, though. I mean, the best you could come up with was "fuck it," which almost sounds like "fuck it."
Yeah, it was. That was the. When I had that word in my head, I thought, you could use that word several different ways. So let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave it. Since it's her poem, she gets to decide how it's used.
Let your imagination roam.
I enjoyed the poem. It's very nice. I'm gonna get that
the magic of poetry.
Get all that printed. Get that whole thing printed out and put it on my wall.
I'm disappointed that Jay is not there. Is he going to have a segment today, or he's just?
No, he didn't. He wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, we're waiting on a medical release from his doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, chlamydia. Damn.
Damn. We talked about this.
Yeah, but he is listening though, as far as I know.
Maybe.
I hope.
He usually is.
Possibly. Maybe he just said.
Why did you have something to say to him?
Maybe.
Oh no! Well, I wasn't going to. Jay, I just. I know you're the sports guy, and I had a sports question for you. Basically, you have Shaquille O'Neal, Dikembe Mutombo, 101. In a tickle fight, who do you think would win?
That's the kind of money we want right there.
I know. And see, Jay misses out on this all the time.
Yes, yeah. And my money is on Dikembe because he has those long, thin fingers, and he could tickle Shaquille in places that other people can't reach. But
yeah.
But I'm sure Jay would disagree. He'd be like,
and that's why I wanted to have that debate. That's why I wanted to have that debate with Jay. So
he's a dominant force in the tickle community. What?
So Jay, I'm sorry you missed it because I really wanted to debate you on that point. I've been boning up on my facts, unlike you, for almost a whole night. So.
That's pretty funny. Who would you say your comedic influences are?
Okay, my influences are. This is going to be kind of odd, but because most of these people you probably never heard. Well, actually, you probably have heard of them. They just are like all dead. Jonathan Winters, great improvisationalist. Dick Gregory, who was really fantastic at doing social commentary with his comedy. And oddly enough, I can't remember the other one without looking at my bio. But I know he's dead. I remember that much.
I'm looking at the bio now. Let me see if I can find it.
Dick Gregory, though, that's a obscure choice. Dick Gregory.
Yeah, and also the other obscure choice isn't even a comedian. His name is Zal Clemenson. He was actually a guitar player. But it was the way he performed. It was the way he performed on stage with the Sensational Alex Harvey Band that kind of influenced the way I wanted to perform on stage. He was really animated, and even though it was music as opposed to comedy, his performances just really left an impression on me. So, but as far as living comedians, I don't really have any real influences, but I do have favorites. My favorite is Christopher Titus, hands down.
Oh, I love him, yeah.
Yeah, he's my favorite, hands down. He's like great on stage and off stage.
But do you ever have a favorite hands up? Like, is that ever a thing?
A favorite
hands up?
Once. But that was in elementary school. And I was waiting to use the bathroom, and it was puberty, and that was when any chance you got to go to the bathroom and touch yourself was a good thing. So that was my favorite hands up. 7th grade. Yeah, that was my favorite hands up.
7th grade.
Yeah, I remember the old boners in the classroom, hiding it from the in the desk in their gym shorts and shit. Because
hiding from everybody.
When you're a dude, You know,
the air conditioning kicked on.
You don't even have to be thinking about chicks. It just happens. You know,
That's true.
Or like,
That's true.
Or like chicken nuggets.
So like, you know,
all the things that make you excited.
What?
I said you don't even have to be thinking about. You said chicks, and I said or chicken nuggets. Whatever makes you excited.
No, but yeah. No, but it's a true thing though. So like you'd always have to like tuck your dick in the waistband of your shorts or something, or you just would try to be the last one to leave, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Carry your books in front.
Yep.
And if you carried your books in front, every guy knew why you had your books in the front.
Exactly.
You know, and the women and the girls, let's say, didn't understand, or maybe they did.
They were just like,
but it didn't matter. You could be in home ec class and beating an egg, and all of a sudden like beating, and that's it. And next thing you know, your books are in front of you as you walk down the hall.
Yep.
Yep. So.
And
that was nice.
And then you're later in the bathroom tossing your salads, you're saying, right?
That's
where this started. I mean, we just gave the backstory to how to get to the bathroom and toss your salad in middle school, right?
Oh, God.
I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, so those were my comedy influences, I guess.
Good
stuff.
So basically, you're saying life experiences, huh?
Oh yeah, yes.
Makes sense.
I mean, I was not funny as a kid. I was too literal as a child. Everything was so literal, and so I didn't get the jokes at all. My father might say something humorous, and I wouldn't get it until well, actually, one of them I didn't even get until 10 years after he died, and I chuckled. I went, "Oh yeah, I got it now." But that's it.
Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, were your parents supportive of stuff that you did?
My father was so unsupportive. He decided to die when I was 8, so he wouldn't have to support my comedy career 50 years later. And my mother was so unsupportive that I couldn't even get her to join Facebook to look at anything I've done. As a matter of fact, but to be honest, I knew this about my mother back when I was a teenager and I was in a band. I wrote a song, and it was what I thought was the greatest song I'd ever written at age 18.
Yeah.
And my mother comes in the bedroom and she sees me playing guitar, and I'm recording, and my mother goes, "What is that?" I said, "It's a song I wrote," and I played it for her, and anyway, I poured my heart out into it. It was like the best one-man performance I'd ever done in the bedroom. and my mother, I said, "What do you think, Mom?" And she goes, "Of course I like it. I'm your mother."
Oh,
man.
That was the last thing I ever played for my mother or showed or shared. That was it, because all I wanted was an honest opinion. You know, my drummer gave me years later. "Oh, you suck." At least it was honest, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but that was it. I'm your mom.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, it's like when kids color something.
Look at this.
And they think it's the best coloring job, but Spider-Man's eyes red for some reason, one of them. And then,
a lot of colors in this. This
it's nice. But it's great, dude.
It is great, though. I love this. I'm gonna put this on the refrigerator.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. You gotta prop them up. Somebody has to.
But you realize that you realize that as a child that you can't trust your parents because they're all liars. They just don't. We just don't realize it, because you start with Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and all these things. Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, first of all, let me apologize to anybody out there who's listening who still believes in Santa Claus. I don't want to ruin it for you, but
spoiler
at the
alert.
end, he doesn't exist. Yeah, spoiler alert. I think it's in Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. They don't exist. So then you start to judge. Ask them, well, what else did you lie about? Did you lie about the Tooth Fairy? Did you lie about the Sandman? Did you lie about the snakes under the bed? What else did you lie to me about? And so you just grow up and you become untrusting of your parents.
And then all you said was, "I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes under my motherfucking bed."
which somebody just tapped into Samuel Jackson's childhood.
Oh man. So you said that was the last time you played a song for your mom. Did you ever give her any CD or anything when you got older?
I did.
You did?
In '96 when Urban Poet Society, in case anybody wants to find out, in Urban Poet Society, when we finished the CD, I gave a copy to my mother. And after she died, we were going through her effects, and I found the CD unopened. Like 10.
At least
and I was like,
kept it, though. Yeah.
Yeah. She kept it in mint condition so I could resell it if I need to. If anybody ever wants to buy it.
That's what she did. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to buy it, they can have the original CD that I gave to my mother that she never opened or listened to. And that would probably cost you more than the other CDs, which my mother didn't listen to either. But she never touched those. This one she touched.
Yeah.
So
eBay it was like $2,000.
Yeah, it was like me as a baby. At least she touched it once, okay? At least she held it once. That's it.
Babies. Oh
God. So how long have you lived in Maryland? Is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Maryland. I've lived in Maryland almost all my life, with the exception of the 3 months that I lived in North Carolina to go to college, which is how long I stayed in college, 3 months. And I guess, and my wife can correct me on this later because I'm not sure, I think it was like 8 months I lived in Florida, which is where I started my comedy quote career.
Yeah.
Unquote. So with the exception of that, I've lived in Maryland all my life. I've worked all over the country. But I've lived in Maryland almost all my life.
Okay. And you've been traveling for how long, like as a comic? The whole time, or did you do that?
Well, probably within a few months. Because initially, let's see, I started in Florida, and I went from town to town because there were no open mics within 90 minutes of my house. And the good thing is, and when I was in Florida, is that I was already popular, even though I was like a neophyte. I was already doing 12-minute sets at different clubs around within 90 minutes of Venice, Florida, which is where we lived. I was already doing 12-minute sets. And so when I moved to Maryland and tried to continue comedy, and I'm calling around and I'm saying, yeah, can I get 12 minutes? They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? 12 minutes? You'd be lucky to get 3 minutes. And then you may have to charge you for it. So the comedy scene in Maryland and the comedy scene in Florida, two totally different things. And the sheer fact that I started at 55 meant the people that were following me would be my peers, which meant no shows after 6 p.m. because they're getting the early bird special and they're probably in bed by 7. So,
yeah, because Florida is just full of old people. That's what you're saying, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And the same thing but when you get to Maryland, they didn't get any younger. That's just it. The old people were just as old in Maryland.
They just migrate. And, they're like,
a
flock of birds. They go south for the winter, come back up in the spring. That's how it rolls.
Yeah, like that band, Flock of Seniles.
Yeah.
Seagulls.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. And so I started traveling probably a few months after that, mainly because I saw one of the guys that did the boot camp with me, a guy named, I call him the Mark Manning. He was in Florida, but then I saw him do a show in New York. And I thought, wow, we were in class together. If Mark can go to New York and do a show, then I can do a show in New York. So within a few months, I reached out to another producer, and I got to do a show in New York, and that was cool. So I did a second show in New York because whenever I try something new, I want to do it twice to make sure I'm doing it right. It's just a philosophical. If I'm distracted because my cat is biting the hell out of me, trying to get my attention. I'm so sorry. I know what she wants, but I can't. I'm not leaving. I'm sorry. I'm not rubbing your belly right now. It's a good girl.
How many cats you got?
Just
one.
1.5.
One
and a half.
You saw one and a half.
It's messy.
Because technically, our lease says we can't have 2, so we just say that the other cat is missing its inner parts. It's only half a cat. That way, we are not violating our lease in any way.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we have 1.5.
Have you always been an animal lover? Did you always have pets, like, growing up?
Well, that's two different questions. Animal lover, if they're prepared properly, yes. I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. Now, pets, I've never eaten one of my pets, so I don't know if I love them the same way, but I've always been kind to animals. And I've always, matter of fact, I'm too close, I guess, because I used to imitate animal sounds really well growing up. And as a matter of fact, my wife calls me a cat whisperer because, like, one of the cats, the half cat was actually a starving cat in the woods who would not come near people, and I gained her trust. And now she won't leave us at all.
So is she like an outside cat, or did you bring her inside?
We brought her inside, but it took a while. She is an outdoor cat as long as outdoor does not go beyond 20 feet of the house.
Okay.
Then she's an outdoor cat. Beyond that, no, she's
like, fuck that.
She likes to sit on the porch. She likes to walk around, and she likes to watch things. She's very observant. I think if she were a person, she would probably be an author.
So let's see. I wanted to read a couple of the comments. Media Marcus, he said who his comedy influences are: Raul Julia, Steve Martin, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and George Lopez. Ryan, I guess, did his own little. Go ahead.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard of any of those people.
You haven't really?
Are these local comics? I don't know any of these names. I'm sorry. I'm glad you like them. I just don't know who they are. Go ahead. What was the other comment?
Ryan did his own poem for Ashley. Standing on your tippy toes can hurt your calves, but it's all worthwhile if you're feeding your purple giraffes. And then he said, although your birthday was already past, I wanted to write this for Big Daddy's better half. Yeah. And then
hold on. How many lines is that?
4 lines.
How many lines?
4, I think.
He wrote it
yeah.
4 lines.
Okay, no, it's on. No, you don't be no. See, I did. Where's the camera? Let me talk to the camera. I have cameras here. You do not steal my bit, okay? I wrote the poem. You are a hanger-oner, okay? You are no better. You are no better than those other people who hang on to my coattails. You're no better than Kevin Hart and Cedric Entertainers. Those people, I made them, okay? They're hanging on to me, and you're just another one of those people, okay? That's ridiculous.
What you mean?
Don't even read his poem. Can you edit that out?
No.
Can you edit that out?
This is live,
Ashley,
man.
you didn't hear that.
Okay.
No, you didn't hear that, Ashley. That's wrong.
Okay.
You're a thief. You're a thief. You stole my routine. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry, Epic. I just get mad when people do that. Ride my coattails, man.
Let it out, brother. Let it out. Purge.
He also said she wanted to keep it unopened to protect its price. So I'm thinking he's talking about the CD.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe your mom was thinking, oh, well, if he ever makes it big, I can sell this on eBay.
There you go.
And now you're an expert on my mom, huh? Okay, I'm going to tell you now. She was my mother for 60 years, and I didn't even know her. Don't you claim to be knowing my mom. You get off the radio. Get off. You cannot text anymore. No more texting.
God.
No more texting. You cut that shit out right now. Pretending you know my mom. You don't know how much she didn't love me.
Aww.
You don't know. And if my mother knew anything about investment, she'd have let me keep my comic books instead of making me throwing them away.
Yeah.
Don't be talking about her investment prowess. Yeah. Who's next I can chew up?
He said bring it.
It's on.
He said
it's on.
Perfected your bit.
Okay, no. You meet me at Zoom. Meet me on Zoom at 1 o'clock, buddy.
That's so funny. Oh man. So you have some comedy CDs out, right? Is that correct?
Yes, and they're both just as popular as my CD. As a matter of fact, you could actually view both of them on YouTube online at GD Fenderson. That's my YouTube channel, GD, like the letters G and D.
Yeah.
And for those of you who cannot spell, that's Ghost, No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, no.
Yeah.
GD Fenderson on YouTube, okay? And I have like 40 performances, but there are two of my CDs. One of them is called My Parents Meant Well, the Comedian's Cut. And then there's the Disillusionist Live. They're both hilarious. I still laugh at both of them. And
that's what matters.
The My Parents Meant Well, the Comedian's Cut, occasionally, if I'm doing a show where I'm headlining, Chris, next time I'm doing, if there's a birthday in the audience, I will give them one of my DVDs as a birthday gift.
Okay.
And a lot of times, if they're young enough, they'll go, "What's a DVD?" We do everything online.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
just send them a link to your YouTube, and then it's still gift.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I can keep the DVD. So yes, but yes, I have lots of material online. The 2 DVDs and a lot of shows, a lot of song parodies.
God. I don't know if I should read
political
this or
commentary.
Not. So Ryan,
go ahead and read it. No,
Ryan said I listened to most of your stuff when she brought him over.
Talking about your mother.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's fucked up.
Oh, well, he did what now to my what now?
He said
he listened
to most of your stuff when your mom brought him over.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. You are not the first person to sleep with my mother, okay? And you won't be the last, even though she's been dead for like 5 years. As a matter of fact, I know your little sick behind you probably is still looking for a good chance to tap it. I know you, okay? I know your type, okay? She's been in the ground and cold for 10 years, and that's the only way you can get a good woman to love you.
Oh,
after they're gone.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Shots fired.
Yeah. You want to talk about my mama? Okay, I can go there. Okay, I can talk about mamas. Go ahead. I don't hear anything. That's right. Shut up. No.
No, that's great. Do you have any plans to release any new albums?
Yes, and this is where Chris can help me because my plan is to release my 3rd DVD in November, right after the election, when I find out how it's going to go, because that's going to determine how funny I'm going to be, or how depressed or sober or drunk.
Right.
So about 90% of it is already, actually most of the stuff is written. The only thing that's not written that would be the election related material. I have not written that yet.
Gotcha.
But since we've had this stupid ass COVID that I don't even know how we got it here, but it's here and it's affecting my ability to perform. So I'm going to have to accelerate my program, and so I'm going to be, whenever I get an opportunity, I'm going to be performing that DVD show, minus the election commentary, because that hasn't happened yet. So in theory, the show will be in November.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably do, as a matter of fact, Chris, if you want me to, I can do like a preview of like the first 80 minutes of that show, or any place you want me to perform in.
The first 80 minutes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, because the last 10 minutes has got to be about the election.
Gotcha.
It has to be. So,
GD,
but anyway,
give me a shout. Let's talk. We're always down to working together. So,
yeah.
So, how can they find you on the social medias?
Okay, on Facebook is GD Fenderson, and YouTube is GD Fenderson. On Twitter, it's SoGDFunny, and my website is SoGDFunny.com.
Okay.
Now, if anybody has any problems finding any of those things, a lot of it is on the bathroom wall at Jilly's, the women's bathroom. So if you go into Jilly's on the women's bathroom, the second stall, not the first stall, because that one was occupied and I could not get in there to write any of this down. But the second stall, I put down all my contact information except for my phone number. And so I apologize, because when Chris asked for my phone number, I assumed he could get it off of that wall, and it was not there. So Chris, publicly, I apologize to you. It was not your fault that you did not have my phone number.
Hey, Ryan said a couple things. He said, I didn't sleep with her. I just let her buy me stuff. And then he also said, "You're a great sport and very quick-witted, cool guy, man."
Okay, first, what did she buy you, and how much did she spend? Because if she spent more on you than she did on me, then that's it. I don't even know if I can do comedy anymore. I don't know. How much did she spend on you, Ryan? Don't ignore me, Ryan. Don't ignore me. What did he say? Did he say something?
Not yet.
How much did you spend, Ryan? Yes, what I thought. Okay.
But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. I talked to you yesterday, and dude, like immediately we started having a conversation, and then like I think we talked for like a half hour or something like that, just about.
Actually, it was an hour. I think it was. Oh yeah, it was a while. Yeah, it was a good. But it was fun. The time went so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like. By the time that phone call was over, I just wanted to reach out and tell you that I loved you, but
yeah, but
right?
Yeah, I didn't. I said, well, I should at least wait till the second phone call.
Yeah.
And this is the second phone call, so I love you, Epic. I just want you to know that.
You too, bro. And I'm working on it. Yep.
And if my wife and I ever have a kid that's suitable to be named, we will name it Epic. Okay.
Okay.
Because not every child should be named. We know that. Okay, we've seen them.
Yeah, nameless.
So if we have a child that needs to be named, we will name it Epic.
Awesome. That would be great.
Matter of fact, we will name it Epic. Epic Ashley Chris.
Epic Ashley.
Epicac. Epicac or something like that. I can't remember.
Epic.
They don't have a nice name.
Epic Chris.
It'll be a very nice name.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I don't think anybody else has anything, right? No. The only thing.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure. That I don't want to leave anybody unsatisfied or uninsulted or So As a matter of fact, if you want to, you can, like I said, leave your comments also on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I was here for the conversation, but I didn't see everything that was text, so you may have to retext what you text, and then I'll text you about what you text. Is that right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds pretty legit.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we're gonna talk about so Ashley found these maps, and I
found maps.
Yeah, well, they describe
with a map lost.
Yeah,
with a map lost.
And I found them.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, it was basically like different articles describing different things that are happening in the U.S., but they're really interesting, and there's things that we can kind of play along with, and then she'll have crazy news for us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. And make sure you follow GD Fenderson on the social medias and his website, SoGDFunny.com. All right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in
Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Love all of you.
You're listening to The Epic Radio Show, live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play, and take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Attention small business owners. Are you trying to reach thousands of engaging customers, but radio and television ads are out of your budget? Advertise with us here at Brain Baby Media. We offer low monthly payments with no contracts, no hassle, and you can cancel anytime. But why would you? With our ads on multiple platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, your brand will reach new heights, and guess what? It's a business expense. That means you can write it off at the end of the year. So contact Epic today at theepicradioshow.com and make your business epic.
Hey ladies, if you're looking for premium makeup at a price that can't be beat, hit up Glitz and Glitter by Goldie. Glitz and Glitter by Goldie has everything you need to enhance your beauty without breaking the bank. Go to uniqueproducts.com/GoldieAlphaHell today and take advantage of the savings. Right now, there's a new beauty box for only $99, so what are you waiting for? Get to Glitz and Glitter by Goldie today at Unique, that's YOUNIQUE products.com/Goldie Alpha Health.
Want to feel like you're part of the show? Get your official The Epic Radio Show merch right now. We have unisex tees, hoodies, mugs, winter hats, baby onesies, and much more. Check it out at www.etsy.com/shop/The Epic Radio Show. Official unisex tees are only $12 and get free shipping on orders over $35. Yup, that's right, you heard me. That's free shipping on orders over $35. The holidays are over, but you can still treat yourself to some great official merch from The Epic Radio Show. So hurry now to the site and get some epic gear for the new year and make 2020 epic.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Yeah.
So nice.
But there was no hugging involved.
No.
Yeah, because you guys aren't in contact. You can't hug.
I got like a little thing in my throat. Because...
What is it, a dick?
Oh, he'll take a dick in the throat, but he won't hug.
I guess so.
Exactly.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
yeah you
I did want to make another quick announcement. I wanted to say congratulations to Joe and Kat. They were recently married, and we got to hang out with them last night, and that's why I'm a little hungover today.
That's why he's a little fucked up today. Yay!
But I'm actually going to turn over the attention.
Don't turn the camera to me. Don't do it.
Well, I'm going to start off with the topic picture, of course.
I just don't want you to turn the camera at me, though. I really don't.
Why?
Because I don't like all the attention.
Oh my goodness!
But it's your segment. It's your turn.
So, anyways,
this is just a random segment.
She just found like these cool little statistics based on
like
where you are in the states and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So like states and such.
An example would be like what state hates other states, or what state do they hate, or whatever. You know, stuff like that. You know, and just other various things that you wouldn't think about, like what percent of immigrants are here. You know, different states.
We're not going to go through all of them.
That kind of stuff, yeah.
It's like 41 maps.
Just the best of.
Yes.
With Ashley.
The ones that
best of the maps.
The ones that Tommy said we can talk about these ones.
Yeah.
And I was like,
there's like 2 or 3 of them. So
I'm like, okay.
Is there an intro?
No.
This just in from the map department.
Yeah.
From the map department.
Ashley, hit the map department.
Okay.
Brain Baby Media presents Nothing But Maps.
Nothing but maps. That's funny. Okay, so I found this article a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's a fun time. I probably don't come across as a type of person who likes weird shit that's just kind of random, and maybe I do. I don't know. But maps. I might come across as that person, but I don't know if I do. So, yeah. So, I found these maps. And I was looking through a bunch of... Some of them are more... It would take a lot to get into, so...
Yeah, they're more mappier than other maps?
Yeah, they're more mappier than other maps. There's, like, more technical things, and it would be hard to break it down within the time that we have. So, I found this one. It's every state's least favorite state.
Yeah.
And that's pretty funny, because I'm sure some people could just kind of guess, like, oh, well, this state definitely hates this state. So Tommy thought it would be interesting that we talk about this.
Yeah.
I just brought it up kind of casually because I thought it was interesting. And he was like, we should talk about it on the show. And I'm like, okay.
I like how she says that. We should talk about it on the show.
Because that's what he said. I was like, okay. So I'm not sure how you wanted to do this, because it's not
I guess we'll say like say a state, and then I guess we'll guess on what state that state hates.
So obviously, I'm not going to go through.
And are they ranked? Is there a ranking? Like
there's
the
not
most
a ranking.
hateful of states?
It's color coded.
It's color coded.
I love colors.
That means they gave a kid a crayon.
I love colors. Hey, Corey. I love colors. I love colors. So,
so he wants to know, I guess, what state Jersey hates.
Jersey. You guys want to guess first?
Oh, I can guess on that.
Yeah, probably New York.
No, I'm gonna say they don't like Pennsylvania because of Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Pennsylvania.
And I'm looking because what's one of the states that are really small.
Oh, okay.
So I have to like find the color and stuff. Like, wait, hold on.
Oh, you have to find it on the map.
Yeah, let me find the little color next to the other colors. See, that one hates everyone.
That sounds like Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey hates everybody. Yeah. Yeah. That's a small one. It's like right there on the edge. They're like, meh.
You know, actually, Marcus, you're wrong on all accounts, by the way.
Why is it? Wait, what is he wrong on?
He said like Cleveland and Pitt, New York and LA. Them are not the ones that are on top of the list.
Yeah.
No.
I think Cleveland and Michigan.
I would agree with that.
And then New York hates Jersey.
Yeah, New York hates
just
Jersey.
because of the smell that comes from it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Corey said every state hates Jersey.
Only if you're in New York.
Yeah, every state hates Jersey.
I mean, that's true.
But not
the top of the list.
It's not the top pick for this is the one I hate the most.
So what state does California hate?
California hates Texas.
I wonder why that is.
Because they're Texans. I mean,
because they're both hot, right? They're both kind of.
I mean,
I don't know.
But you know, Texas. It's funny because Texas hates Oklahoma the most.
Poor Oklahoma.
But why? What did the Oklahoma do to you?
I mean, really, like they had the whole Dust Bowl and stuff.
The only reason
you gave us all this dust.
The only reason why I would say California hates Texas is because California would be considered a extremely left. Texas would be extremely right.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah, I think that would be why.
Californians hate Texans.
I think that's kind of.
But Texas does not reciprocate that much hate towards California.
No,
they hate
it's
Oklahoma.
one-sided.
They hate Oklahoma more. It might be just a couple notches.
Who does Oklahoma hate?
Oklahoma, let's see, hates
the wind that
Texas.
comes bustling down the.
Oh, so
they
that's
hate
mutual.
Texas. That's mutual. They hate each other.
Yeah.
Those states just.
Who hates California?
Who hates Let me see if I can find California. Let me see. Where's it?
Nobody hates California.
It might. That might be true. Hang on. Wait.
Palm trees.
Wait. There's quite a bit of states that hate Washington, Oregon.
Wow.
Oregon.
Those are states to the north.
Let's see.
We're just jealous.
What else?
Yeah. I hate them in their warm weather.
Idaho. Montana.
That's because they got potatoes.
Montana exists.
Montana exists, y'all.
Who hates Montana?
Who hates Montana? Let me look.
Epic.
Yes, you do. It's a tiny little spot in Ohio.
Yeah.
It's just like a tiny little dot. That's you.
Just south of Cleveland.
Yeah, it's just a lot of places hate California. Like not, I guess surprisingly, but not surprisingly, depending on how your feelings are of California. I don't have anything against California. They don't do anything to me. They're too far away. They don't bother me. And I'm not into sports, so it's like I can't hate a team from there because, like, the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
Who hates Montana? You said.
Yeah.
Besides you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if anyone hates Montana.
What's wrong with Montana, Epic?
He thinks it doesn't exist.
Oh.
He thinks it's made up. He thinks it's just
that's like the black hole of the
Nobody hates Montana enough.
Does anybody know anybody that lives in Montana?
Who knows someone in Montana?
Nobody.
I have a friend who does big game hunting in Montana.
It's a lie.
Fuck him, big game
It is
hunting.
Fabricated fake news, man.
That tasted pretty good, that fabricated fake meat.
GD Fenderson said Montana hates Montana.
Montana probably does hate Montana.
Self-hating.
But it's not. But actually, Montana hates California more than itself.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of places hate California. Like a lot of the surrounding. It's like surrounded by hatred.
Haters.
There's it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But you
6,
can't
7,
find
8,
anybody
9.
that hates Montana?
Nope.
So maybe
nobody?
It's
just you.
Jeez.
9 states hate California the most. And they're all surrounding California.
Wow.
Are they just jealous states?
They might be.
It's gotta be.
Fuck California. No, we're
with all their money and movies.
We're
and
important.
Shit.
We matter. Like, fuck California. But Tommy, Epic, apparently hates Montana the most. Like I said, there's a tiny little dot in Ohio. That's him. He hates
the
Montana.
Montana hater.
Montana hater.
God damn it.
Let's see, what else
I don't like Hannah Montana. I didn't like Joe Montana.
Don't like Joe Montana?
Anything associated with Montana.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Frank Zappa has a good song.
Kentucky hates
no,
Tennessee.
Don't like that song.
Going to Montana.
Let's see.
What is Kentucky? Kentucky hates.
Kentucky's not smart enough to hate anything.
Kentucky hates Tennessee. And let's see.
Who does Tennessee hate?
Tennessee. What color is that? That's a weird color.
It's right under Kentucky.
I was just looking for the color.
Tennessee hates shoes.
Yeah, that is true.
No shoes.
Tennessee hates Kentucky too.
Oh,
they hate each other.
Mutual.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mutual hatred.
And they both hate higher education.
I mean, I was gonna say they're pretty much like on the same level of.
Let me see. I want to.
Like they hate each other because it's like well we don't want to hate ourselves, so let's hate like the closest thing to ourselves.
Yeah, I think California is the most hated state among states. That's
really the most hated.
It has
state?
like 9 states that hate it, and the rest of Ohio.
Who hates Ohio? Is it Michigan?
Michigan and what other state?
Oh, there's 2.
South Carolina.
So why does South Carolina?
I don't know, but South Carolina hates us.
Why?
Because everybody from Ohio goes to South Carolina.
But they hate Ohio too.
Well, there's a lot of Ohio people that go to North Carolina too.
Yeah,
that's true.
There's actually a little town called Cary.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from Ohio, especially like Cleveland area, live there for some reason.
It happens.
That's an interesting answer.
That happens.
Hawaii's on here, and it says Hawaii doesn't hate anyone. Apparently, I didn't get any answers. They're just like, we live in Hawaii. We don't give a fuck about any of y'all.
Yeah,
they're baked.
Like we're over here.
I think they hate everybody too. They just don't want to say it.
Maybe they just don't want to.
What about Alaska?
Feelings.
Like who the fuck do they hate?
Texas.
Yeah, that's because of warm weather. You know,
Alaska
it's like, we're
Texas.
cold and it's dark all the time and shit.
Fuck you, Texas.
And you're down there with your heat and your sunshine. Because it can't be like a left and right thing. Because I think Alaska's more like Republican. You know.
What's that?
Alaska.
A Republican?
Yeah, I would say.
I don't know.
Are they
but
conservative?
I would think maybe it could be mixed.
They're an oil state. Maybe that's why. Competition. Texas,
Fuck you, Texas.
Alaska oil. You know what I mean?
GD Fenderson says Tennessee hates dentists.
There it is.
That's great.
That's the one.
God, I hate dentists too. By the way, I don't like them. I'm just trying to see. There's one, right? What the fuck? Which one is this?
Just one.
There's one. Kansas. Kansas
Yeah.
hates Missouri. They are the only ones that hate Missouri.
Missouri is not worthy of hate, even. You know
they
what
hate
I
them
mean?
though. It's because the color is black, so it's right in the middle, almost.
What about
That's
Louisiana? Who
That's some
hates
hate.
them?
Who hates Louisiana? Let me see if anyone does. I don't see it. I don't think anyone hates Louisiana.
Huh.
Really?
That's cool.
Nobody hates them.
You would think
Why
some
would
people would
you?
hate New Orleans, all right?
Maybe
Orleans.
specifically the city,
You know,
but not
some
the
people.
state.
I mean, who do they have? The Pelicans? Is that what their team is? The Pelicans?
Right.
The
let's
Jazz.
see.
I think they're the Jazz.
Louisiana?
I don't remember.
Louisiana hates Alabama.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons to hate Alabama,
Let's see, Louisiana,
but I don't understand why they would hate each other because
and Mississippi
I don't
all hate Alabama.
You know what? They're trying to out racist each other. That's why.
Well, and that might be sports. That
fucked up.
might be sports rivalry though too.
Shit.
I could see in the South there,
Alabama-
the collegiate sports rivalry in that area.
Alabama, Georgia,
I
and
think so.
Possibly.
You know, and it's probably because of the colleges.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
a fun.
yeah.
This is also very
LSU,
funny.
Yeah.
Clemson.
This is a very
That
funny
makes sense.
little
Yeah.
thing I just noticed.
I don't know.
Alabama, Georgia,
Are they arguing over
and
who has the
Florida,
better possum recipe?
now listen to that again,
Yeah.
Chris. Alabama, Georgia, and Florida all hate Florida.
Florida hates itself.
The most. It hates itself the most.
Yeah, that's funny.
That sounds like Florida.
That sounds like Florida.
People who eat each other, the face off another person, kind of state. That's what they do.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. They hate
themselves.
I think we're done with that map, though.
Yeah, I'm moving on to. I have to scroll down quite a bit.
Is there another map? Is that what you're saying?
There's a lot of maps.
Oh,
there's like 40 of them, but we're only picking 3, I think.
I thought it was just 2.
On to map.
Yeah, we'll do 2.
Okay, so
map number 2.
So this one you also thought was interesting. Percentage of people born outside the U.S. in each state.
Yeah. So we can guess on this.
Yeah, this one's more of a guess.
So there's some people in here. So I know Sarah's in Kentucky, right?
I think so, yeah.
So let's guess what do you think the percentage of immigrants are in Kentucky?
Maybe Sarah could chime in. What do you think, Sarah?
I don't think Sarah's in the chat today. Ryan's there, but
he's from Kentucky, so he can answer this.
He's from Paducah.
Paducah,
which
so
in Paducah,
Kentucky,
the most popular thing in Paducah is the U-turn sign.
Corey said one of the Tiny Toons are from Montana.
You know what? Fuck you, Corey. It doesn't exist. Nobody's from Montana.
Going to Montana.
Okay, so what you were doing, Kentucky?
Yeah. So I guess let's guess.
Yeah, take some percentage guesses here.
The percentage of people that are
born outside of the U.S. in each state.
1.2.
So some of them are pretty low.
What I'm gonna do. Kentucky doesn't seem like it's very diverse.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lower than that. I'm gonna go with a 0.02.
0.02. Ryan said 2%.
2%, Ryan.
Like 2%.
That's milk, Ryan.
That's 2% milk.
Yeah, you're confused.
2%
we're not
Ryan.
talking about milk.
What about
dairy
you? Well,
products.
you have the answer.
I have the answer. I can't answer.
So what is it?
It's 3.8.
Oh wow, that's a little bit more than
Ryan was close.
Number.
Ryan was the closest.
Yeah, they don't make 3% milk. Though.
What about Ohio?
Ohio. Okay.
Let's see. What do you say for Ohio?
You gotta think about that one.
So now we have a base number to work off of. At least we
I guess,
know,
right? That's got to be a low point.
Well,
right?
Ohio has a couple of international airports, so unlike Kentucky, who has to fly in and out of Cincinnati.
Probably. I think we have a lot of immigrants here. I think it's let's say 5%. 5%?
I'm gonna say 11.1.
11
really?
That's interesting. That's a lot of ones.
That's a huge.
It's an 11.
I don't know if Ryan wants to weigh in on this one. I'll give him a second.
Yeah.
And then, it's pretty interesting because you don't. I mean, some of them are like, oh, these make sense, and then the other ones are like, oh, well, that one I wouldn't have expected that high or that low of a number. So to see,
I don't think he's gonna chime in. It's fine.
It's okay if he doesn't.
You don't have to wait.
I know. I'm just making sure no one's gonna comment.
Gotcha.
Ohio is 4.5.
Okay. That's cool.
You were a little high,
close.
Chris.
Just
Brian
a bit.
did say 10 to 12. You guys were a little high on there. You were just took a little too high.
Let's see, Texas. That's where Ryan lives currently.
All right.
I would say because they're close to Mexico, you would think there'd be a lot. So let's say 10%. I'm gonna say 10%.
10%.
This feels like the Price is Right.
I know, right?
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Do I go high or go low?
Yeah.
High or low.
I'm gonna go 9.7. Drew.
9.7.
9.7 is my answer, Drew. Lock that in for me, Drew.
Yeah.
9.7.
I will wait for Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan did say 12 to 15 in Ohio, which is absolutely wrong.
It's
Ryan, higher or lower, Ryan? Higher or
Texas,
lower?
Ryan.
Yeah.
For Texas. Lock in your
Where
answer when you're ready, Ryan.
Where do you want to go? Where do we go now? Where do we go?
What did I say, 10? He said 67%.
67.
That's high.
With the asterisk, documented or undocumented?
Yeah. Well, from what we know.
Yeah. So where are we at?
17.1.
Wow. That is a... Damn.
That's a big number, yeah.
Now, let's see. New Mexico. Because you think, okay, it's named after Mexico. It's the newer version.
It's the newer version.
Why did they just put improved in there?
It's like Mexico Light.
Mexico Light. I hate you.
All the taste, but half the calories.
So if Texas is at what, 16? You said?
Texas 17.1.
17? I would say New Mexico is probably higher. I would say like 19%.
Okay.
Drew, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go 15.7.
Okay.
Ryan was close. He said 16%.
He
Texas,
was.
so
He was
very close. Because he said 67%. He said 16 Texas.
It was a good guess.
He was close. Yeah, he was very close. This is the first time he was actually close,
I think it's named New Mexico because it was New Mexico without as many.
So New Mexico.
As Old Mexico.
Ryan, do you have a guess for New Mexico?
It's New Mexico.
Dun.
With a side of refried beans.
New Mexico,
too,
he said, is 7.
7%.
9.4.
Oh!
Man, that was loud.
I'll just take a little putt from here.
Pretty close.
So what did I say? 15?
Yeah, you said you went pretty high with that.
Wow,
one.
like that's maybe because
you know
they say they say Mexicans are lazy and they didn't want to walk from Texas
they
to New
thought
Mexico.
it was some part of Mexico. No, man, I don't want to go to the New Mexico. I'm getting the hell out of here.
I'm going to
that Texas place, bro.
By the way, I love Mexicans. That's a joke.
It's just entertainment. Yes.
So let me see. I'm gonna find which one's the highest. Which one's what state do you think's the highest?
The highest?
California.
New York.
New York, California. What percentage would you say?
Ooh.
Well, let's see.
Because you know Texas is at 17.
Yeah.
Right. So
I would say 23% on California.
I'm gonna go higher, Drew.
Drew. Who's Drew? Is that
Drew Carey? Doesn't he do the prices right?
Marcus said racist.
I know.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
Sorry, Marcus.
I love my Latino Americans.
I know
man.
he just joins the cast.
Nothing
like,
sexier than a Latino woman, man.
I know. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm definitely.
Ryan said Texas has to be the highest.
I'm going with New York City.
I would say
York.
California for sure.
I'm going to go with a 31.1%.
Jesus Christ.
In New York.
31.1.
31.1 New York.
So Ryan says Texas, you say California. He says New York.
We covered the bases.
California, 26.9.
Ooh,
I said what, 30?
You said 31.
Nice.
I think
so.
That's you were close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, California likes.
Texas is in the top.
Well, they're also like what's that?
He said.
I can't think of the word now.
Liberal.
Well, they're liberal for one, yes.
They're big,
but they're them states that actually like
they're accepting
sanctuary,
sanctuary states. Yes,
yeah.
So I figured because of that,
makes sense.
Texas is a little bit more reserved and conservative.
They're
you know
up
what I mean?
there though. They're in the higher percentage.
but like I think that kind of situation
because it bases it off. It goes from 1.6 to 5.
What was
5
New
to
York?
10. New York is 22.9.
Oh, it's high though.
It's on
the higher side, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's is that the second one?
Ryan said 25, and that's pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus
said 47.
New York, 47.
Yeah.
See, that's what I would have said. I pulled my number back because I'm thinking, man, there's
this is gonna be
everybody in New York is from some places other than the United States.
Yeah.
So it goes California, then New York. So New York second.
You know, I'm surprised. Like, was there a map that broke down like what race is?
What race?
Like like the minority. Like what's the highest
I don't
minority
know. I can
like
look
Chicago has a high amount of Eastern European people.
That's what I mean.
You know,
like is there something like that? Like who's I know there's languages. I did see that. Like ours for some reason I think is
traffic,
German
after
Spanish. After English and Spanish, I think it's German.
Tree diversity. There's tree diversity. That is
Illinois
so funny.
is
There's like
Illinois
so much, that is so crazy.
I would think German. Is it Polish?
Polish, yes.
Interesting.
I'm looking.
And you know what's crazy is throughout the country, a lot of it is German.
They were big coming to this country for religious freedoms.
There's Waffle House locations by state. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. There's 133 in Florida, by the way. Does that surprise anyone? I mean, there's 381 in Georgia.
What's that?
Waffle Houses.
Jeez, 381 in Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. That's the highest one.
I didn't know they had that many mentally ill people.
There's 99 in Texas.
I swear to God, every Waffle House I've ever been to, it's like
got a short bus outside.
Yeah, dude. It's like
that's so funny.
It's like going into.
That's interesting. I mean, not really, but yes.
They're like the Walmarts of restaurants.
Of breakfast food.
Yeah.
There's U.S. governors by eye color. Whoever did this was like just really fucking bored. And they're just like, let me just look at all the states.
But there wasn't anything like that. I thought there was.
You know, this is what somebody who is on meth does. Like before they get to that bad point where
really
they cross
good,
the line,
I'm enjoying this.
where it's just like the early stages where you get the energy and the stuff to do things. This is what they did, and then they cross that line and they just go boom like down the tube.
We're definitely going to run over today. By the way.
There's the most commonly spoken language in the U.S. after English and Spanish. That's not exactly what you're looking for, though.
No.
Not this one.
I thought there was I thought we talked about that, but like...
This is... I guess the author is the one who did all this stuff for these maps. They're British.
Oh, okay.
And it says, how I, a Brit, see the United States. Sorry if it offends anyone. Ohio is in nothing special section. Which is like, okay. I mean, I can... Like, okay, all right then. Which one is gray? Is it? I swear to God, if it's Montana, I'm gonna freak out. No, it's Wyoming. They think Wyoming is unpopulated.
That's very true. There ain't a damn thing in Wyoming.
No.
See, but yet you're so against Montana. What is Montana? I think it's just under cold. Cold.
Yeah,
Montana is just cold.
Yeah.
Montana and Washington. And what else? North Dakota, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin. Cold.
Ryan said France built a fake Paris
back in the war
just to throw off bombers.
He has like all this random information he keeps just dropping, and I'm just like, thank you, Ryan, for your random information.
Is that on a map?
Can you show me a map?
If it's not on a map, it doesn't count.
We can't look at it. We can't believe
Epic will believe in that, but not Montana.
Exactly.
I want
Montana
you to know that.
Exist.
He's already looking for the faux Paris on the map.
I don't think I can find the one you're asking about.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Give me a map of faux Paris.
But you have crazy news for us.
Well, hang on. I was going to say something and you cut me off.
Oh.
Cut me off. Okay. States, I thought this one was interesting.
Okay.
I'm not going to go over every single state or anything, but states with a smaller population than Los Angeles County. It's a lot of states that have a lot, like the people, it's a lot less than just one
the whole state.
Like one county, you know?
Yeah.
In California.
And one of them is Montana. There's more people in Los Angeles County than Montana.
Than the entire
that makes sense.
state.
Yes, and Alaska and Hawaii.
Well, I don't think there is in Ohio though.
No, Ohio's not on there. Yeah. Indiana, a lot of them. There's obviously California. I mean, California has a shitload of people. Texas, is not on there. Ohio, Texas. Which one is that?
New York, I would assume.
Illinois, New York. I think
Louisiana,
Pennsylvania, Florida. Yeah, those ones are the only ones not that, you know.
Munchkin Land.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I have crazy news.
Dark Side of the Moon.
So we'll do the intro for crazy news and we'll be right back with crazy news.
We'll be back.
Okay.
I feel really bad because like this show is like predominantly me talking right now.
No, it's fine.
It's just a lot.
You don't do that often, and people love you, so
it's just I'm just saying a lot of words. I'm saying a lot of words today.
Did you want to like hold pictures up instead, Ashley?
If I lose my voice, I'll just have to hold a notepad and be like, this is what I'm saying. I couldn't even do that. I'd be like, yes, no. I wouldn't even write down whole sentences. I'd be like, this is too much to write. Too much to say, too much to write. Okay, so the first one is a woman, a 90-year-old woman. She was caught smearing poop on children's swings in a bizarre protest. Now, what kind of protest is this for? Well, we're gonna find out.
Okay.
So, a stomach churning footage shows an elderly woman smearing what appears to be human feces on a children's swing she wants removed. The disturbing act was captured by a witness who said they saw the unnamed woman smothering the swing with the brown substance from a plastic bag. That's so gross. A voice off camera says, "Dear Gachina," it's I don't know if it's a city or a town, I don't know.
Okay.
Our swings are getting covered with shit again. Again. Apparently this has happened before.
Yep.
This is in Russia, so I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. The local residents claim the substance is human feces, and say the pensioner has been doing similar things for years. Okay, there we go. As she wants the swings removed so she can have a flower bed there instead.
So yeah, fuck the kids. She wants flowers.
Fuck these kids. I want my flowers here, bitches.
Yep.
So residents have repeatedly called the police about the problem, but the authorities say social services need to deal with the issue. We can't handle this old lady putting shit on a swing. We can't deal with that. That's above our pay grade.
I think it's just Nutella. Somebody should go and check. Get a cracker and pick some of that stuff, that shit up and put it on a cracker.
Ryan said that's a shitty grandma. Oh, man. Local media state when residents try and clean the swing, the elderly woman has attacked them with a shovel. They also claim she has even tried to dig the swing out by herself in the past, but failed. She is adamant that this needs to be an area for flowers, not these fucking swings. Fuck these swings. Fuck those kids. I want my flowers here.
Grandma needs a pickup truck and a chain and just pull that swing set right on out of there.
It's like, I don't think she's even wearing gloves when she's smearing whatever the fuck this is on the swing.
It doesn't look like it.
I do not see, she's putting it on the, the chain, like the,
I see
everything. Like, this lady is just
Where is she getting
adamant.
the poop?
Is it her own?
These are the questions we ask.
These are the questions. Is this her own poop? Like,
does she have animals?
Does she have an? I hope. I really swear to God.
Does she have an irritable bowel?
Does she have an irritable bowel?
Oh God. Yeah, she's. Ryan said it falls off the swing and it doubles for future good soil. Yeah. Fertilize that shit.
Gross. So, in Belfast, a child was covered with human feces when it was smeared on a slide.
Oh, jeez.
In a children's playground, I guess, back in 2015. This might have been the same lady. I mean, she's 90 now doing this shit. So, who's to say 5 years ago she wasn't just doing this to a slide? Like, I want this space for my flowers and my bushes, so you all need to get the fuck off here. And then, this poor kid was covered in shit. That's terrible. Poor kids. Terrible. I mean, it's fine if if it's their own shit, it's one thing, because they're kids, but it's so sad. So sad. I thought this story was very unusual. I haven't heard this type of story before, so it's not the best story ever. It's pretty shitty.
No.
Yeah.
But it was very unusual, and that's kind of where I'm at with this.
It's not unusual to rub shit on everything.
It is very unusual. I would hate to know anyone who actually does that.
Wasn't that the song?
It was the
Was
song.
that
It was the song.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, Tom Jones.
Let's see. Ryan also said, plant those flowers, mama. He said, where is she getting the poop? Depends.
That's a good one. It actually probably
is. She can't use gloves though, regardless if it's hers. Why would you want to just put your hands all in it? It's probably under your nails.
Ugh.
See, it gets worse. It's just all a bad time. All right, so moving on here. A driver fights off a snake with just a knife and a seatbelt while speeding at 76 miles per hour. This was in Australia.
Imagine
of course it is.
Of course it was Australia. If it wasn't in Australia, it was going to be in Florida. So it's
I
one
know,
of the two.
true that.
A driver pulled over by police for speeding was let off. When it emerged, he was actually trying to fight a snake while driving. Australian man Jimmy was fighting off the Jimmy. His name is Jimmy. It's such a simple name, Jimmy. This Australian man Jimmy.
Hi, mate. There was a snake in the back.
My name is Jimmy. His name is fucking Jimmy. That's probably the funniest part of the whole story. He has such a simple
What kind
name.
of car was he driving?
I don't know.
A Jimmy?
A Willie.
A Willie.
A Willie. Jimmy's in a Willie.
So he was fighting the snake off with a knife and a seatbelt when officers flagged him down. Stunned officers who stopped the vehicle at the roadside in northern state of Queensland were confronted with the sight of panicked knife-wielding driver.
Marcus said,
God.
"There's a snake in my boot."
Snake in my car.
Yeah.
Shit.
Tired of these motherfucking snakes
in
my motherfucking car.
He tells officers he's worried he may have been bitten by a venomous snake lurking in his utility vehicle. Oh, God. Oh, man. The guy just looks like a Jimmy, too.
He does.
He looks like straight up. That's his name. He fought off the reptile with a knife and a seatbelt while he was driving, but was not able to slow down and was clocked doing 76 miles per hour.
Why wasn't he able to slow down? I don't get it.
Apparently, he was just like, he just kept pushing the gas instead of worrying about, trying to stop the car. I don't know.
Yeah, what a
I guess
moron.
maybe he was just thinking like, oh, why isn't it stopping? I think I'm hitting the brakes.
That's what you call a moron.
That's what you call a moron. See, Florida man, Corey said, Florida man is real. Google him. Like, I think I have. So he tells the officer he was bitten by a brown snake or a tiger snake.
Tiger snake.
Not a tiger shark, but a tiger snake. It was in the truck with me. I think it's bitten me. And he says mate in a few of these quotes, and it's pretty good time. The surprised cop asks, "You found a snake in your car?" Then he goes to look at the back of the vehicle where a bleeding brown colored snake is lying across the tray of the top of some stacks of papers.
Brown snake lives matter.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that snake.
And he's like, and he's thinking like, the snake probably was offended. He's like, "You call that a knife? This is a knife."
Oh my God. So the officer immediately calls for an ambulance, worrying it could be a deadly species. So he's very worried about the guy. Duh. He explains the snake, wriggled into his car through the gear stick and tightly coiled itself around his legs.
Nice.
So maybe that's why he couldn't get to the brake. Because his legs were, it's like, oh God, I can't do it. The more I move my legs,
so how did it get in?
Did
he leave the windows down or some shit?
I think snakes are slippery sons of bitches. Yeah. So you could just like
slithering,
just like getting all up in your car.
Yeah.
Its head just started striking at the chair between my legs, and we all know
what? The
now.
snake was mad because Jimmy was a Harry Potter fan. But his favorite group was not the Slytherin.
Oh God! That's
so he's like,
horrible.
"Fuck you!
That's
we ain't
horrible.
on good terms right now. So I'm gonna wrap around your leg and bite the shit out of you."
Brian said, "Can't pull off and deal with your buddy, the drunk snake."
Oh no, that bitch Carol Baskin,
tiger snake.
Yeah.
Marcus said, "Cop knows him and calls him James."
James.
Like, we're all close in this town.
He's like. What, guard it? You done been speeding again, James?
Like, come on, James. This is the third time this week.
A snake in the
back.
A
snake this time?
Yeah,
really? Then they're like, oh shit, it really is a snake.
I know.
Sorry, James. Sorry there, pal.
Yeah.
Or however Australians talk. I'm not sure why I have like a country... Mate. I don't know why I have a country accent. I don't think that's how they talk.
I don't know.
Fortunately, he was not bitten in the fight.
Cool. Yay. Good job.
But, he
Jimmy.
was suffering from shock because obviously a snake was trying to bite him.
Yeah.
And his name is fucking Jimmy.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff was going on in that car. He had to deal with the fact that a snake was attacking him. His name was Jimmy.
He had to deal with the PTSD, the LSD,
all
the OPP.
All of the things. So I guess, this wasn't such a bad, little like thing of crazy news. It was
the APD, Australia PD. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it might be what it's called. I don't know. So the last one is a cat falls asleep in a washing machine and miraculously survives a 12-minute cycle.
And I have to say,
you have to say,
I have to like blow this up a little bit.
Yeah, blow it up a little bit.
I spent some time on this picture, and I want like people to see how much time I spent on it.
He needs all of the
let's
attention
do this.
right
Hold
now
on.
for this.
Is there a fluff on it? A fluff drop?
Yeah, so it's funny because I changed all the settings on this this washer. So there's, instead of cotton, it's catin, and then catin eco, and then synthetic, delicate, wool/cat, cat wash, cat 30.
He went all out. He was really proud of himself.
And drain cat.
He was very proud of himself yesterday.
I was.
He was like, "This is so funny," and I'm like, "It's very funny." I'm like, "I see what you did there." He only did it with one at first, and I'm like, "Oh, that's funny, ha ha ha!" And then he went and did it to all of them.
All of them.
And I was like, "Oh wow, you really went there. You really went out there and did all that." That's some dedication right there to one crazy news topic, babe.
Yeah,
it's very nice. So a Burmese cat named Oscar, and the cat's name is Oscar. We got a Jimmy and an Oscar and an old 90-year-old lady smearing poop everywhere. Like, it's just a great time. So a Burmese cat named Oscar survived a 12-minute cycle in the washing machines after owners didn't realize thank you, Chris. Didn't realize he'd fallen asleep inside. So, I mean, I'm sure this happens all the time, right? Like, cats just fall asleep in the washer. Cats fall asleep in the most ridiculous places, so this really... It's crazy because I don't think I've ever seen a story about it, but I'm sure this happens all the time. The 2-year-old cat wandered into the washer for a quick nap, only to be stuck inside for a grueling 12 minutes on a hot wash with detergent. Whew. Oscar's owner, Amanda Meredith, first realized what had happened when she heard a peculiar meowing sound after her husband Angelo had loaded their bed sheets into the washer. Initially, Amanda thought the whining was coming from the cupboard, so she went to hang out another load of washing, thinking it was nothing. But when she came back inside and Oscar was nowhere to be seen, she started frantically searching the house. That was the moment she realized her friend was stuck in the machine. The fuck was that?
Oh no!
I heard it and I went quiet because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but
that was really loud.
It was. I don't even know what was happening there. She told ABC News the poor little cat had his hands on the glass. Like, those aren't hands, lady. You don't know what cats have. God damn it! That straight pissed me off. Like, cats don't have hands, woman.
Maybe it wasn't a cat that was in the washer.
Maybe I hope it wasn't anything but like a cat. Like, he was just looking at her. Apparently he was up against it and he was just like, why, bitch, why? Because he had his hands up there, you know, that's how cats do. Yeah. So it took a further 2 minutes after the machine had come to a stop and drained for the door to unlock. The following 6 hours were touch and go for the cat, according to the vet. Oh, God. What are you doing now? Why are you... You know I could tell the difference. I'm sorry I'm saying something. You're doing something. I know you are.
I am.
So, obviously, the cat survived. He only had a few bumps and bruises. So, the kitty is okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good. Kitty is fine. What was that?
You are fake news.
I'm fake news?
I don't know.
I didn't even make this story up. I didn't even, make the article. How are you going to say that about me?
I don't know.
That's so rude. We're going to have a problem today, aren't we? Calling this cat in the washer fake news. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, but the cat's okay.
Yeah.
The cat is okay. The cat was probably, it's probably going to have PTSD now, but...
Gotcha.
It's a 2-year-old cat. This cat's going to be like, well, oh my God. It's just going to have flashbacks from being in the washer.
Yeah.
Poor kitty.
But he's fine, right?
Yeah, the cat is fine. But he's probably going to have PTSD. I mean, do you think vets can tell when animals have PTSD?
I don't know. Maybe the cat whisperer.
I think owners can. Like, if you ever had a pet who was afraid of the fireworks, that's a common one.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's true. Because I know, some of these cats they served in Vietnam and stuff, and it just brings back flashbacks. Like, Charlie's going to get me.
You guys are retarded.
I'm retarded. I don't know what's wrong.
So that was crazy news, everybody.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was bizarre.
Well, we're going to take another quick break. When we get back, Tik Toc may be shutting down. I know
everybody's so upset right now.
I know. And then we're going to talk about the Blue Whale Challenge. And then I guess before...
Yeah, we can put those together.
Yeah, we'll put them together. And then we'll do our last segment and then wrap it up real quick.
Wrap it all up.
Keep it locked right here on the Epic Radio Show. Thank you for Crazy News.
Yeah, no problem for Crazy News.
Yes. So, all right. We will see you in just a bit.
We'll see you.
You're listening to the Epic Radio Show. Live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and theepicradioshow.com. Listen to us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Download today on the App Store or Google Play. And take this show on the road. The Epic Radio Show. Make life epic.
Make life epic.
Hey, Epic fans. This is Jay Val. Home buying is complicated. You need someone who you can trust and has your best interest in mind and not just the size of the commission check. That someone is Jeremy Rodriguez with Russell Real Estate. Jeremy grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. and a graduate from James Ford Rhodes High School in 2001. If you are looking to sell your home, searching for your next home, or if you just want to talk about the process, please feel free to contact him. As an agent who himself still resides in Cleveland, he knows the neighborhood, the schools, and the market inside out. Get in touch with Jeremy. He is happy to help you with all your needs, from helping you identify a lender to getting a moving truck and even helping you pack. Call Jeremy Rodriguez now at 216-287-1766 or email him at jeremysellsdreams@gmail.com. Find him on Facebook now. That number again is 216-287-1766.
To the Epic Radio Show. I am your host.
Why are you saying that like that?
I don't know. Okay,
Why
anyways.
you say that like that? You're gonna make everyone think at home that you're trying to seduce them.
It just came out of the wash cycle. That's why.
It's like I know you're there. I know you're sitting. You're waiting. You're listening to every word I say.
Stop.
Do I turn you on, baby?
Stop. We're gonna basically be like, that's a little too much.
That's
buddy.
how I got Ashley. By the way, I talked to her like that.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure. Actually, what I did was I locked her in my apartment for an entire day, and then she
I just agreed to marry him.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's the proposal.
I literally did lock her in my apartment by
that
accident
part
one
is
day.
true. He did do that once.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Locked her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
Well, at the time I had to padlock my door shut. Yeah.
Because of people.
Yeah, because of people. I lived in a bad neighborhood. And
I was just there.
She was there, and just out of habit, I did it. You know what I mean?
Before he,
and then I didn't realize
he forgot I was there.
Yeah.
You know, when he was doing it. And I was like, oh.
I lived on the second floor.
I didn't have anywhere to go that day, so it worked out.
But. Well, that's a lot more thorough than the car that has the inside door handle removed, you know? So, I mean, I got to give you credit, man. That's, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You build the trust by getting them in the car with the handle on, and then you take them to the apartment.
He built up my trust, and then he locked me in.
No exit. That's
I could go out a window, but it was on the second floor, so I wasn't thinking about doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't that deep.
I don't want to jump. He has food here. It's fine.
So, my 14-year-old is really upset about this.
Ryan said after she agreed, he let her out of the washer.
Very good.
Call back.
Yeah.
So
apparently it's looking like Amazon was the first one to do this, but they effectively banned TikTok from all of their employees. I don't know if that's necessarily legal though. I guess they can do whatever they fucking want because they're Amazon, right?
I mean, I don't know if that's exactly like how it works, like, but whatever. I mean,
anyways,
I see where a lot of people are getting fired because of like podcasts. During the quarantine time, people started podcasting, did things, and employers looked into it because they had time, and they're letting people go because of that. So, you know, Amazon could
maybe.
Sure.
You know?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Emily just kind of brought this up the other day, and I was like, "Oh, good. I don't gotta deal with all these annoying people doing TikToks." And
I agree
her
with you
doing
there.
them. She does them, so they're.
Yeah, I tell this corny joke about TikTok, but
it's pretty good though.
I say, you know why they call it TikTok? Because it's a waste of time.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just taking away the
Just
time doing useless shit.
Kids.
Could be reading a book. Could be cleaning
Another
my
new
house.
Snapchat has exploded in the stock market.
So go get.
So,
really?
No, we don't know that.
No, it not exploded, but it did go up. Yeah, because Trump's trying to ban it, and basically the whole reason why he's trying to do so is he's claiming that because it's a Chinese app that they're trying to spy on us.
But then again, it's like
I don't know if there's actual evidence, but I think that there is some of it, and that's why Amazon is kind of pushing for that. Because, you know, I don't know if you know so much about Amazon and the whole Trump thing, but they don't really get along. So it's not like he's doing it just like pro-Trump. Like there's something there. So I don't know. I think that if it happens, it won't affect my life at all.
Either way,
and I'll definitely see less of my daughter in the mirror doing stupid dances in front of it.
Or just in the middle of anywhere in the feet, like out in the yard or in her room.
It's the most stupidest shit. I'm sorry.
She'll walk all the way away from people.
She's like, oh, well, they'll probably bring Vine back. Like, Vine was done before TikTok even was a thing.
I didn't get into Vine when it was like popular, but I saw old Vines and like they were pretty funny. But I mean, I'm sure some TikToks are pretty funny too, but it's just annoying to be around the people who are doing them all the time. Speaking from experience. So I'm just like, TikTok.
Yep.
That's how
I feel about it.
And on a more serious side. And these both of these topics were actually picked by my daughter Emily, who's 14. But she kind of put me on to the Blue Whale Challenge. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But it's pretty disturbing. It's basically a suicide challenge. And it starts off as little things, like you cut yourself with a razor, little times. Then you have to carve. The first one
goes from like, oh, get out of your bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then it slowly goes into darker things, I think. What Emily explained.
So some of it was like, wake up in the middle of the night or watch a scary film, but day by day the tasks grew more sinister.
I mean, how long is the does it say how?
I don't know.
It doesn't spread over a certain amount of time, days, weeks.
I think months.
Months.
Yeah. But it, like some of them are like stand on the ledge of a tower block, cut a whale into your arm.
Things like this.
And the final challenge is a demand that the user kill themselves.
Which is like, now Emily was like freaking out, saying, "Oh, I'm so scared," blah blah blah. And I guess one of her friends, the blue whale like thing on Instagram, like started following her friend.
Yeah.
And her friend blocked it and stuff. And I was like, well, if you guys kind of already know what this is, then you're not gonna do this dumb shit, are you?
Yeah.
Like, are you guys gonna like do all this stupid shit they want you to do? Like, why are you scared of it? This is kind of like those other like okay, the Tide Pod challenge, for example. Yeah. It's less. I mean, it's not quite the same, but are you really going to go put a fucking Tide Pod in?
I mean, the challenge
are you really going to?
Was alleged to have started in Russia, which, no surprise there. They're chipper mates there, you know what I mean?
Chipper mates?
But it soon spread to other countries, Ukraine, India, and, of course, us. India had a big... actually, India had a rough go with this. They had a lot of teens
and
participate.
That's really sad. Yeah. It's like, really? Like, how... I don't know. I want to say stuff, but I don't want to say stuff. There's like things I want to say about this. Ryan said, the OCD people who have to complete what they start. Why start it to begin with? Ryan, do you really like TikTok? Are you really on TikTok? Can I go on Emily's TikTok and find you somewhere? Like, that's the question that's really... sticking out here.
People are doing TikTok, grown
Ryan,
adults.
Yeah. That's not shocking at all.
And another thing is like people say, "Why blue whales?" There's been so much speculation about that, and what people think is like whales will actually beach themselves, and it's like a phenomenon that even like scientists are not sure why. So I think it's kind of like
that's so sad. Like whales get suicidal. Yeah. Whales just don't want to be whales anymore. Yeah. So that's sad. That's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, what your poor whale, your whole whale life, like that. You're just.
So
sad.
it's supposed to be,
sad.
50 tasks over 50 days.
Okay, that's like, and who has like I can't even do 50
things.
But
there was a couple. There was a couple people in the U.S. that people caught on to what was going on and they stopped them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it is. I guess it's something that.
It's something
if you have a
very
daughter or son or whatever,
to
maybe talk to them about this thing. Like, hey, like if
make
you
sure they're not.
I believe you're approached by what's called like a moderator or whatever, and they basically are set out to like and. it's just it's really insane to me, like all this stuff,
Parents, keep your kids busy, be involved.
Yeah.
If they are busy, they don't have time to get lost into this kind of bad stuff.
And before we go, we have a new segment.
Yay!
So on a higher note,
well, technically, there might be a couple new segments, but we'll just get into the one, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna get into.
Okay.
We're not doing a weather one yet. I'm still developing that.
Not. You already talked about that.
Yeah.
Or you mentioned the Jay's story time.
Oh, yeah.
That's a possible segment.
And that's when
Jay's here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Marcus said my fiance passes the whale challenge every other night. Oh my
That's
hilarious.
So this is going to be called the Epic Radio Show playlist.
The playlist.
Yes, and it's on Spotify. So we made a playlist, and we're going to talk about the music that we're listening to currently during the week. That's going to switch up every week, obviously. And then you guys can go on and listen to the songs we're listening to. I guess it kind of gives you a little peek inside of our mind and
whether you
what
wanted
we do.
it or not.
Yeah.
So without further ado, our newest segment, our Spotify playlist.
Before.
Okay.
Because I was here when you did it.
That's why.
So, we'll start with Chris.
Oh no.
We'll start with Chris.
So you're into like Frank Zappa this week, right?
Yeah, I was doing some Zappa this week.
Yeah. So your song that you picked is "Catholic Girls." Why do you? Yeah. Why do you think you were listening to that song?
I was just in a Zappa mood. I was doing some Hot Rats and stuff, but this is a song that I've always enjoyed. That brings a good laugh to me. I like it that it comes from the album. That's a conceptual album, like a rock opera conceptual album, and the story is kind of Orwellian and stuff, as well as tying in a good just modern pop culture rock band story and stuff. But it's just a good fun story that you can in a song that you can sing along with and laugh with and have a good time and stuff.
Okay.
I think it kind of sets a precedent for the album too, like where it kind of goes. At least the first of the 3 albums.
He got really in depth. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm
cool.
not going that deep. I'm sorry.
It just felt good to listen to. Is that your answer, Ashley?
You'll hear my answer. It's very, very basic.
Well,
I could dance to it really good.
Yours is a Dream House, and it's the Without Me cover. That's a Halsey song that's covered.
Man, that was my number 2 choice too.
I
man.
know, Chris.
Damn.
I know, Chris. I'm sorry.
Why that song this week?
I just like to listen to it.
Yeah. Well, I think I put you on to that song.
You did. You put me onto it, and then I had actually never heard the song by Halsey. And so you played that one, and then you played the original, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it by the original version, so I just like this version. Yeah. I don't know I think I just like the woman's voice better. I don't know. And it also kind of makes me think to different relationships, friendships I had sort of before, the ones I have now.
Okay.
Is it very different, the remake version?
Well, it's
like some versions they try to mimic or copy, but in versions they definitely do
it's a rock version.
It's a rock version.
So they definitely changed it up.
Yeah. So I prefer it.
Yep. And in fact, I believe the group that
we actually
I reached out to them and they let me play it on the show.
And that's how you came about it. You found it.
Yeah, they let me play it on the show a while back.
Nice.
And
it was a good time. I listen to it a lot, so they get a lot of Spotify listens from me.
Yeah. And mine for the week, it's kind of a depressing song.
It's kind of depressing, and it makes me
sad.
But
it's upbeat a little bit, but the message is very depressing.
Yes.
It's actually about suicide.
Yeah. It's very sad.
But it's called Ghost by Bad Flower. I don't know if you guys
it's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
Olivia said, I like this song. I'm like, you don't even know what the song's about. It's good that you only hear the sounds and not like what they're saying.
Jay's song. Well, I guess I'll talk about mine a little bit. I was going through a little. I kind of go up and down.
Yeah.
Like my moods are like a little strange. I've dealt with this throughout my life too. Like I get really depressed sometimes, and then I get really happy sometimes, and then sometimes I'm just like blah, you know.
Yeah, this has been a blah couple weeks for you.
Yeah,
I've been feeling kind of down.
So I don't know. Sometimes I listen to music just to kind of that reflect what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So not necessarily
like
saying
not that he
I
want
to take
kill
my
himself,
life, but I could relate to certain things.
It's
a good song. It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy.
But it's also
it's also dark.
It's also really dark, and it was kind of where I was at the moment. And then Jay's is Luke Combs.
And I'm pretty
Hurricane.
sure I know that song.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good song. I like country, so who knows? My next song next week might be a country song.
I know he's been on a country.
He's been on a country thing lately.
That's sometimes he wants to wear that stupid hat.
Sometimes that stupid hat's in our basement. Like I keep it there so he doesn't get reminded.
Yeah.
You're so good at.
But yeah,
I know.
You know.
I do what I do.
The things you do for that guy.
I do.
He has no idea.
He has no idea.
And then
we got Marcus's.
Marcus's is Joyner Lucas and the song Will. There's a remix too. He said he likes both of them. The second one has Will Smith in it. I actually haven't listened to either one yet. I'm going to.
No.
But you can if you listen to us on Spotify.
But all you have to do to hear these songs is go on to Spotify, and type up the Epic Radio Show playlist, and it'll come right up. We've tried on a couple different things, and it's really easy to find. And right now, it only has like the 5 tracks on it. But as we do this, it's gonna grow, and
then you'll be like, "Oh my god, I'm not."
And we'll probably split them up into part 1, part 2, part 3 eventually. You know what I mean?
We also hit 100 messages on Restream.
Cool.
It was when I was doing Crazy News, so I didn't see it till I looked back and I was like, "Oh look, 100 messages!" Thanks Ryan and Marcus for giving us all these messages because that's due to pretty much those two. They've just been saying a lot of words. Lots of words. Thanks, guys.
I think I will. I listened to like just a few seconds of that song that Marcus
I feel like it's familiar. I feel like I might have heard it before.
And I was like, okay, I like that. It's definitely on the upbeat.
I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
But yeah, I think that's kind of cool that like all of our personalities and like there's really a big range of music there that we're listening to. And I think that's interesting. You know, maybe you listen to the playlist and songs that you didn't think you would like, just because we listened to it.
There you go.
And
and that's how I kind of my horizons has expanded.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was younger, it was all just rock, and then it kind of like a little bit of country, Then it's brought into like very, very, very.
Well, yeah, because I kind of got you into some rap because of me being a rapper and stuff like that.
I'm like, okay, well, there's other stuff that I like. It's not just this. I still like rock a lot. That's my preferred.
I really like all genres. Equally,
but there's different things from different ones.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I like all genres equally because depending on your mood, a certain genre I feel like taps into that a little better than others. Like rock when I'm angry, I can find a good rock song.
When I'm like cleaning the house, or when I'm walking on a treadmill, when I'm really fucking angry.
It's good workout music too.
I'm an angry teenager.
I think hip hop can be too. Depends on the song.
It just depends. And then there's some that are just very light, and you don't really have to be any particular mood. It's just kind of like
another one of my favorite rap songs is from Big Sean. I don't.
What's it actually called?
I don't remember what the actual name is.
He's gonna Google it.
I am. I'm gonna Google it because I always get that wrong. It's not what I would think it's called. Yeah.
There's a lot of songs like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs like that.
I know what song you're talking about. I just don't actually know what the title is to it. It's a
clue.
It's a good song though. It's a good song though. You're Googling it?
No, I would. Okay, yeah, it is. It is what I thought it was.
What do you think?
So yeah, I said I don't fuck with you. Okay, so that's what
with you.
Yeah, that's what it is. So Big Sean, like it's funny because sometimes
it's so funny.
Yeah, I love that song.
It relates to my life because I don't fuck with you.
Yep.
I don't fuck with anybody.
Yeah, so I love that song. Because every time I'm kind of pissed off at people.
It puts you in a good mood, though. Like, you can listen to it, and then it gets you in a better mood because it's just so ridiculous. There's a lot of cursing, and we enjoy that.
3 stories, that bitch a trilogy. I love that fucking...
It's a good song. It's like... It's... I don't know. I'm not usually into that genre, though. I'm not usually into that, but I listen to it, I'm like...
Yeah,
it's a good song.
Well, you know what's funny too? We didn't get into that song until
that movie.
That movie was it? It has Ice Cube and Charlie Day.
Oh man,
old movie?
No, it's
relatively new.
Relatively
I'm gonna look
new.
up Charlie Day. Hang
Charlie
on.
Day and Ice Cube. It was
It'll come up. Hang on, Charlie.
Fight something.
Forrest Gump?
No. Fight something.
Hang on. Hold on. I'm looking.
Frozen?
Like teacher fight or something. Fist fight. Okay.
Fist fight.
Well, that was what I was gonna say next. Fist fight.
That was a good ass movie.
It was, but one of the scenes, actually has this little girl. She has like a kind of like a talent show type thing going on, and she's like, oh, I want to do this Big Sean song. And they don't realize it.
You know, because parents are sometimes calm in their own shit. Yeah. So they don't realize what the song's about.
And she's doing it with her dad.
Her dad agreed to do it with her. And she's like, oh, you'll do the song? And he's like, yeah, I'll do the song.
Yep.
And then they start playing the song.
And it's like, it's like fuck every other word.
And she's singing to this girl in the crowd.
Yeah, and this girl that's like bullying her and stuff. And like, it's so funny, but also kind of like.
I could relate, you know?
And like the Charlie Day's the dad. And he's just like, you know what, fuck it, this is happening.
He's kind of questionable.
They start dancing to it.
And then they start doing it.
Yeah, and it's so awesome.
And even the mom, she's like super pregnant, and she's like in the back, just like, okay,
whatever. And then all of a sudden, like they cut it off. Yeah, at one point,
and then she like mic drops at the end, and it's so funny. It is
if
so
you've not seen it,
funny.
Check it
just
out.
for that scene, that made the movie. That scene made the movie.
Yep. I know that shit's on YouTube.
Oh jeez,
must be.
It's so great.
Fist fight, like That's I don't even care if I spoiled that for anyone.
Ice Cube is great in that movie. Charlie Day is great in that movie. There's this other teacher who's like stoned the entire time.
Yeah,
she's a really bad influence on the kids. You know. One of the jokes, and this is kind of like not PC at all, is she wants to bang one of her students the whole time.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
A Laterno, huh?
So fucked up.
Oh god, I'm telling you, it's
great,
a fucked up movie. It's a really fucked up movie, but if you're into like fucked up comedy,
if that's where you're at,
you'll love it.
If you listen to the show, that's probably where you're at.
What's it called again?
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
You'll like it. I'm telling you.
We're gonna check it out. Netflix.
It might, maybe.
Possibly Netflix.
Yeah, you might have to rent it
up
or
on
something.
Netflix.
Yeah.
You might have to look into it. I don't know. It's really good though. It's really, really funny.
But
we haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I know. We should watch it again. Yeah, because that's one that we watch sometimes.
Even the fucking kids like that song.
Yeah, I know the kids love that song.
Ryan and Olivia don't sing it, but they like start like they're just like bobbing their heads.
It's a really catchy song.
And the girls are mouthing the words.
Yeah,
they know better not to say them the cuss words in front of us, but they're like in the back. I remember like you turned it on once in the car, and they were all just. Like,
and then it's funny because our windows are down. We're at a stoplight, and all you hear from our car with all the kids in there.
Our fucking minivan.
I don't fuck with you, you little stupid ass bitch. I ain't fucking with you.
From our fucking minivan full of kids.
Oh, boy.
That's the kind of parents we are.
I know.
Here we are telling everyone how bad.
You little dumbass trick. I ain't fucking with you. I love it.
It's great. It's a good song. Look that song up if you haven't heard it yet.
Look it up.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to add that on the Spotify playlist. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that on.
Because now I'm gonna go listen to it.
Yep.
When we get
there it is.
All right, guys, but that's the end of the show.
Yes.
We barely went over too. Only like 15 minutes.
Only 15 minutes.
Not
over.
too bad.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go over a lot because we weren't even like halfway through.
It was a good interview.
Show. Yeah.
Marcus said, "Let me see your chest. I mean, let me grade your test." About the teacher.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh god, that's funny. This was an interesting show.
Yeah, it was. It was great. Next week you'll see Marcus on. I'm excited about that. Hopefully we'll get the weather thing situated.
We'll see.
I want to make sure it's right. You know what I mean?
I want to make sure it's nice. Real nice.
I think that's pretty
Is
much
there
it.
anything else going on?
Well, you know what? Make sure you become a patron on Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/The Epic Radio Show for as little as $5 a month. You can tap into our second podcast,
bonus,
hosted by Connor. It's an after show
Connor's
called.
Great. He's the one who came up with the Spotify idea.
Yeah.
The playlist idea.
But it's called Beyond Epic, and he gets like the guests from our show, and he goes a little bit more in depth with them. Also talks about topics and other things that happen in a week that we don't get to, because the show is only limited to couple hours and not 6 because we could probably talk all day if we really wanted to
go on
but yes, thank you, Ashley, for putting that on there. Also, if you go to our website and you go to like I believe it's Watch the Show or Watch Us, there is a way to log into your Patreon. Well, you can go to Patreon there. Mm-hmm. There's a link.
Oh, okay.
But there's also a Discord thing that you can log into Discord and join
the Discord.
Join our Discord.
I'm gonna put that in there too.
Because there's a lot of fun things that we want to do with Discord. Because there's video and there's audio stuff, and we can include you into the show if you go there. Because I do want to include more of the fans into the show.
Live interaction.
Yes, more live interaction, not just a chat, but we could see you. We could see you, and and all that stuff, and that would be cool. So make sure you join our Discord. Like I said, go to theepicradioshow.com. Watch us. You scroll down past the YouTube channel, basically, where you can see us live. And you'll see the Discord, and then under that you will see the Patreon. And like I said, just $5 a month. Now I think it goes from 5 to 10 to 20. $20 you get exclusive discounts on our merch.
Woo!
Merch.
You also get put, I think at $10 you get put on credits at the end of the show.
Oh.
We'll put you on the credits on the end of the show. There's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot more stuff we're going to add to that. And if you guys have any suggestions, that would be great too.
Sushi?
Yeah, we'll deliver gas station sushi to your house.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you which gas station though.
For one low monthly price. That's it. Man, that's the selling point right there.
I'm also going to put this in there.
Oh my God.
Is that the link to the gas station sushi?
No. I'm going to put the merch.
That's the Discord.
I got Discord, Patreon, merch. I don't like that word.
What's that?
Merch.
Merch. You don't like merch?
I don't like it. Makes my mouth feel weird.
Okay. That's cool.
It does. Oh, Marcus said, I love you, man.
I love you, man.
All right. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Did you have anything to say, Chris?
I'm good.
Chris is good.
Is actually, this is going to be his last show for about a month. He's taking a little breaky break.
He doesn't like us anymore, so he's like, fuck this, I'm out. That was his agreement. That's fine. It's good.
But he's taking a little break. Jay possibly will be on next week. It depends.
We'll see. I might.
It's all up in the air from now on.
We don't know what's happening anymore. People will be here or we won't. I mean.
Yep.
Jay.
I know on the first of the month we're not going to have a show.
Yeah.
A second or whatever.
That's in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's in a few weeks. Just giving you guys a heads up.
Just in case.
But we'll be back, so relax.
But we'll be back.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't be sad.
All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. And as always, make life epic.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Go!
That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. Got the fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's all, folks.